I think we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Hi,
So,
everybody.
Good
hello,
evening.
everybody. So here we are again.
We're live.
Oh, there we go.
So this is the third round of Chit-Chat Hangout. Yeah, we're having so much fun, so we thought we'd do it again. I, I hope we're gonna have as much fun, or almost as much fun as we had last time. Last time was really crazy.
Yeah.
And Palko is gonna join in again this evening, but he's still on the road. But our special guest has already joined in. It's Scott
Hi, good
from
evening.
ScaldYT.
Hi.
Yeah, and we will start with just tell us something about you, Scott. With the introductions, I mean.
Well, I'm Scott. I run ScaldYT. I started EU 3D Mystery Box here in Europe as a way to get what Alien 3D was doing over in America, over here. So I can provide a service over here the same with the filament samples and that so people can try out. I've got 5 printers. I work out of a small caravan as my studio, and that's pretty much me, really. I have my own YouTube channel and Twitter and everything like that. So that's me, and I'm here to talk about the mystery box. So any questions, and just shoot them.
Okay, cool. And you, Mia?
I'm Dasmia. Most of you know me from Twitter as Dasmia3. I am doing colorful prints. I'm making my own self-printed hexagon filament. I lately made a dual color vase. 1 second. Quite big.
Wow.
This one. It took 60 hours, more than 60 hours to print. It was, the biggest one I did so far. Here, that's me.
Okay, so then last but not least, it's me, Cat 3D. My real name is Katja. And I have also, as you can see here, logically, I have also this YouTube channel that we're now streaming on. I like to make filament reviews. I like to review printers. I like to test stuff. I like to assemble printers. In the future, I will make my own jewelry. I'm about to get a burnout furnace finally that I can use for my jewelry project.
Nice.
And very much looking forward to that. And I'm very social. I'm very often on Twitter or on Facebook or hanging out here on the YouTubes. And yeah, so that's me. Great.
I'm really looking forward to the furnace you're getting. I'm so hyped to see your jewelry. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, so now finally I started learning Fusion. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yesterday I didn't get very far, but now I'm really trying to focus and to watch all those tutorials and to get into it a little bit better and just to see what I could do with it. Maybe I'm gonna combine different software, yeah, to
Nice.
create the stuff. And then it's not going to be very complicated. It's just easy stuff in the beginning. Let's see where I get, along, with the learning curve. Maybe I get a little bit more
Step by
crazy.
step.
Yeah, step by step.
Where's Scott?
He disappeared.
Somehow, yeah.
So hopefully he comes back. Yeah. And so let's go on, just the two of us. So I wanted to show off. I've already twittered this. I wish that I would have extended the thing, but I'm not very good at math, so I didn't know how to calculate this. And I could have gone that big, but unfortunately now I have like 2 of these, and I sized them up so candle, LED candle would fit in there. I think that could create a very nice effect in there. And yes, I really wish I could have more. And
I'll make you another one.
and here comes my suggestion. Couldn't you make a mystery box with this for the subscribers? Is it too much? Would that be possible?
Depends on how many people and how much time I get. We need to ask Scott. As soon as his internet is back, he just wrote his internet just died, so we have to wait a little bit until his internet is back.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
hi, Brian. Brian Wines is there.
Ah, oh, okay. Hi, Brian. So, okay, he wrote
So
here.
yeah, we have to wait a little bit until he comes back. I hope his internet connection will be fixed soon.
I'm not really good at following the chat, so excuse me so much. I will just say hi, everyone. I hope that it's okay.
Yeah, I'm struggling with that as well. We help each other, okay?
Yeah, so I don't know how people do that can talk into the camera and then parallel read what's going on in chat. I cannot do that.
I really have my problems with this as well. Yeah, I'm so sorry if if we miss anything.
Yeah, and I'm also really bad with names. As my day job, I train like 300 to 500 people every year. So I forgot. I stopped trying to remember any names. So if I'm really bad remembering your real name, if it's a different one than your Akka name is here on Twitter or the social media, like mine. So don't be angry with me. It's just because I have this problem at work because I see so many people every day. It's not easy. So yeah, so
We're getting there.
Yeah, so the ones that joined in, as you can see, I know that my video upstream is very bad. I will post some more pictures. I will try to change my subscription, my internet subscription, to get a better upload speed, so then I can, yeah.
So we can see you in your
Yeah.
full beauty. You're not only pixels.
Oh yeah. And another thing that I printed, and I already wrote Palko that I'm going to send it to him, his little scan, of himself.
Nice.
The first
the beheaded one
that I already wrote, he's a headless chicken. But he reacted, not a chicken, a headless rooster. So his reaction was quite cool on that one. And yeah, so I thought I maybe make a fun project out of it. Maybe I print some other head on it and then just stick it onto it. But I will send the real one. I will snip off the supports, clean it up, and then I will send it to him.
Oh, you have to put a unicorn head on his body.
Yeah, on the other one. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I will do that, and I will glue it on that one. Yeah, cut it off on Mesh Mixer and then print it.
Awesome.
So, where is Scott? I think
so
he has
the German 3D printing nerd is there. Hi, Don.
Hi, Don. So,
oh, 3D print creator is there. Hi.
So
want to join us?
Yeah, if somebody wants to join us, just hit us on Twitter. Write us a private note on Twitter, and then we can send you the link.
Hey, Grumpy Dude. Hi.
Oh, I put it on Twitter. I twittered it out that we're live. I did so. So I sent a link over there. Hi, everyone.
I didn't Twitter it this time, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I had to work late today, and I basically just had to hurry to come here. I'm so sorry. Next time I will Twitter it again, I promise.
Yeah, so today, it's very funny, Mia, when you twittered out this snail. I wish I would have come across the one that you printed, because that's much nicer than the ones that I did. But how funny is that we both printed without talking to each other? We both printed snails.
Wait a second, I have mine here.
Yeah, yours is much.
This one is not
nicer.
available yet. This is from Chris Fries. He is Inspire 3D on Twitter, and he modeled it, and he sent it to me to print it out in the amazing Strong Hero 3D filament I got. It is a multicolor bronze tone. So I hope you can see that. There are so many tones in there. It actually looks better in real life. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's here we have about 3 tones. Then here comes another one, and the tips are in another color as well. It really looks much better in real life. And I really like how great the texture came in. I hope you can see that. It's so bad on camera. I'm so sorry. I really love that model, and you can print it without any supports, which is just great. And I did it with a 0.2 layer height. So I'm very impressed that there is still so much detail left.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so mine are just normal snails.
They're beautiful as well.
Just like they are in nature. And I tested the mirror mode.
Awesome.
So they're looking towards each other, and because this is an option that the CraftBot has, you know, you can print in parallel mode. There, I printed these satisfying twist boxes. You know, I printed 2 of them, and vice versa in different colors. So this was in parallel mode using 2 different colors, and then for the mirror mode, I used those snails.
So basically, they're printing. You have 2 print heads, and the snails are printed simultaneously, both at the same time.
Yeah.
And how does the mirror thing work? Basically, just the X is inverted on one side.
No, it's a software thing. You know, you just in the software, you just put it on the print bed, and then you choose that you want to use the parallel mode or the mirror mode, and then the software, when it slices, it tells the printer that it should print another version, but mirrored.
So basically, I'm thinking about the print heads. So basically, they are. Hi, you're back.
So
yeah, my internet dropped out. Sorry.
In mirror mode, it's going the same as in parallel mode, but the object is just like mirrored. You know, it's a Core XY printer, so the print heads they can
So
just
the
move
X
like this.
direction is mirrored. So basically, the Y is moving like that, and the X is moving like that.
Yes, but they're far away from each other, so they don't collide. You know, and in parallel mode they go like this.
Now I get it.
Yeah, and if you print in dual color mode or in support mode, you know, you could just print with 2 colors or with syllable supports, for instance, which I haven't tried yet. But yeah, that's a really an awesome machine.
Sounds great. I
So
never
what
worked
happened?
with a machine with 2 print heads.
Yeah, it's really awesome, but it's kind of not so easy to set up. In the beginning, I really struggled. Yeah. So, Scott, what happened to you?
I don't know. It gets to this point during the day, and my internet just completely dies, and it took 10 minutes to come back.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
So does that happen often?
It can happen pretty much nearly every night this sort of time.
No.
Oh.
So
okay.
yeah, it is a right pain.
Does it happen to others too that have the same company?
No, I have a dedicated line, but it's my hardware in my house that decides to play up more than elsewhere, and I haven't got around to sorting it. It's been a while.
Okay.
I had a similar problem with the old router, the old cable router I had. It always restarted, rebooted from its own. Nobody knows why. It just suddenly stopped doing anything and restarted. And this thing took about 10-15 minutes until it's back on again. And yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Now we
I had
replaced
to
it.
reboot mine twice.
It's a shame.
Shitty hardware.
Yeah.
I should be all right now. I should be pretty stable now.
Do you have a cable router as well, or is it?
It's old ADSL.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not lucky enough to be in the area to have a cable in it.
Cable is the only thing we can get here. So basically, there you get either that, or if you choose DSL, you have such a slow speed that you can't work. It's impossible. So you just have to choose the cable version. But I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah, no, I'd love to have a cable if I could.
Okay. Yeah, so I just, while you were offline, I just asked Mia if it would be possible, of course, not right away, but if you have a preparation time, if it would be possible to make a mystery box with this goodie inside.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, but it would.
I've got my Predator's got a large build plate, so
yeah,
you get quite a length on there if it's something you want to go ahead and have a go.
Have you tried it? Have you
I
tried it?
I haven't tried it myself yet.
Okay. We can get that working. That's no problem.
Yeah. No, it's definitely something I want to try out. I just haven't had a chance to try it out. I don't even think I've got enough filament to try it out, to be honest.
I can do some here as well, but my build plate is just 210 to 250. You know the Prusa.
Yeah.
So I could do some. That's no problem. The only thing I think that might be a little struggle is the boxes, because I'm not sure if the filament will come to the customers intact. So basically, I'm afraid it gets squished and breaks.
Yeah. No, if we can get it done here, I can definitely do it on the Predator with the large build plate that it's got. We can definitely get quite a bit on there.
Yeah, you could use a hair dryer to get it to a state that you could rewind it, kind of.
Haven't tried that, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, because when I got it, I was really afraid that it will break because it's so stiff. It's much stiffer than any other filament that I've ever had. And I was so afraid that it would break, but it didn't break, so I was very happy. So big plus on that one.
It's basically like if you are getting a recycled filament. It's already heated up, so
yeah, it needs to be heated a bit more.
Yes, or you get clogs.
Oh yeah, that's like when they actually make filament. They only run it through their filament machines like 150 sort of thing, and then we have to use it like 185, 210 sort of thing because it's already been heated.
Yeah, so recently I visited the company Extruder. I love to use their filament, and it's called NX1 for printing these maps.
Yeah.
And so I always love to watch their production machines. You know, when they're running, it's very interesting.
Awesome! I would love to see that as well.
Yeah, I'd like to go and see an actual production run of filament being made.
And maybe you can visit Das Filament in the near future, Mia.
I hope so. And we're still waiting for the glitter ingredients. So yeah.
Nice. I say I used some of their the multicolour galaxy that was in the Dunes box. That turned out really nice.
I haven't opened it yet. I have the box right here. Unboxing awaiting. It arrived yesterday, so.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So who we had joined chat? Right, Matt, we got in here. Hello, Michael Cassie. Hello, Make Daily. Hello. Martin from BritHawks. Martin, 3D print stuff. Good evening.
Hi, everyone.
Make Daily, your surname is spelled exactly the same as mine. Have a subscription. So, me, are you looking forward to the project this month in the mystery box?
Sorry, I just I just looked at the chat. I didn't listen. I'm sorry. Can you please repeat it?
I said, are you looking forward to the project this month from the box?
I haven't looked into it, to be honest. I love to get surprised by opening the box, so I try to not see.
So, I won't show you what it is then. I'll
Okay. I pretend as if I didn't know tomorrow.
Yeah, Matt, I do need to tidy up again. It is an absolute tip in here again. I did tidy up this week, and now it's a tip again. It looks like a bomb's gone off in here again. Right, I'm trying to get dual colour to print on this.
So if somebody else wants to join in, just
tell us. We can send you the link, and you can come and join us. We would love to see you here.
Good evening, Richard.
So how many? 14 people we have in here now.
Hi, everyone. Nice to watch us. I hope you enjoy whatever we're doing here.
Sorry, I'm just working on my Core XY printer while I'm here. While I'm sat here, I like to try and get it working.
Okay.
What's wrong? What doesn't want to work? Why doesn't it want to work? I'm sorry.
It kept beginning of the week. It kept clogging and under extruding. So I bought a genuine E3D volcano nozzle, and I actually had the first successful print off of it today.
Nice.
So Scott, when we were offline, I already asked you lots of questions of the stuff we see in your nerd space over there.
Yes.
Could you tell the public again? I think they might also be interested what this big printer is that is sitting on your table.
This one on my table is it's a design that was created back must be this time last year by a guy in Australia for converting a ANET A8 to a Core XY machine. And I kind of took it a bit further and made it taller and bigger. And it's taken me a year to get to the point where I can actually print with it. I'm planning, I've got a volcano hot end on it, a 310 by 310 bed. I think it's
wow, that's big.
485 on the Z height. And I'm trying to get dual color. I've got a 2-in-1 feeder with 2 spools, but I haven't got that far to try it yet.
Okay.
Trying to get it to work with.
So is there
one color first?
Is there anything of the from the original part of the ANET A8 on there anymore? I think hardly. Huh?
The original parts that are left are the power supply, the D motors, and the X and Y rods. That's it.
Okay, so 90% non-ANET anymore.
Yeah. If I kept it at the size it was supposed to be, then it would have had the lead screws and the Z rods would have been the same. It did originally have the original heat bed on it, but now that I've got a larger bed, it's easier to do now.
So Matt is asking, did you get the E3D discount from the UK 3D meetup?
No, I didn't use that, Matt. I bought my nozzle from Ooze Nest because their shipping was cheaper. That's pretty much the only reason. I think it was 79p shipping from Ooze Nest, where it's like £3 something from E3D.
Okay, that's
So
a difference.
Man, I never needed a fire extinguisher for my A8. I never
Not
had
anymore.
And
running through an auto bed level in a minute.
so the other printers?
I've got my Prusa Mark III, which is there. And then I've got another ANET A8 conversion to an AM8, which Mia knows all about because she has one. Underneath that, I've got my Ender 3. And then round this corner here is my Anycubic Predator. So I've got 5 printers and they all seem to be running at the minute, which is good. And this just failed probing. That's good.
No, just this one needs to work properly.
Yeah, once this one works properly, it'll go back in on the shelf with the rest of them. But yeah, no, this one is giving me auto leveling problems.
Okay. So, Mia, are you still using your ANET A8 or is it just collecting dust?
I haven't used it in a while, to be honest. I'm thinking of taking it apart and creating something else with it. Not entirely sure what, but yeah, it's already in pieces in my head.
Okay.
So you've only got your Prusa at the minute.
Yeah, the Prusa is running perfectly fine. Even the multi-material upgrade is running, and I now know that I need another one because it takes so much time. Those multicolor prints, just the switching of the filament and all that stuff, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. So basically, you will take for a vase or something with like that with different colors, like 2 or 3 times longer than for a single color print.
Yeah.
And that's quite a lot. So I need a second one so that I can let this one running for maybe a few days and still can do stuff and get some prototypes done and things like that. So yeah.
So do you just want? Do you want a whole another MMU unit or just another printer?
It's just another printer. 1 MMU is right now enough. I don't say it will be like that anytime, but for now 1 is okay. But I just need another one that can print with 1 color, which is available, which I can do prototypes with, and prototypes I usually don't do in dual color, something like that. So I just need to see if everything fits and if everything is all right. And the beauty part can do the MMU then later.
That sounds good. Have you got any idea what printer you want, or?
I think I'll go for another Prusa because I know the quality is absolutely fine. I know I don't have to do a lot or much to get it to work. I don't have to tweak a lot. So basically, I just build it and it works, which is pretty nice. And the features are great. So basically, bed leveling and stuff like that. It's a little bit tweaking, of course, but usually if you got it dialed in, it works. It just works.
Yeah, no, I've got to say I've had my Prusa since just after Christmas. I put mine together, and I haven't had to do anything with it other than clear a clog that I had in the PTFE tube just before the 3D meetup. But yeah, I can literally send something to print, and that's it. It'll print.
Yep.
But I've now got my Ender 3. I can do that with now, and so can the Predator.
Yeah, if you get dialed them in, they work. The ANET is another story. So basically, it is dialed in, but it still doesn't do everything just so fine as I would love to. And it is slow. It is slow like hell. Even if you get dialed it in perfectly, the speed just can't, well, basically the nozzle doesn't get as hot as you need it for the speed, or the other way around. So you have to, what did I? It's running about maximum 30, I think, which is pretty tough for some colors to get extruded. Or maybe I only need to exchange the hot end into another one, and it would be perfectly fine. But it's the stock hot end, and that's well, let's face it, it's not the best.
No, I say before I changed my ANET over to the AM8, it could print as good as my Prusa.
Really?
Yeah. I say my Ender 3 can print as good as my Prusa as well. To be honest,
You got a lot of tweaking in there.
my Ender 3, I haven't done that much with it. To be honest, I've put auto bed leveling on it and a flex plate, but other than that, I say I use pretty much the same slicer profile as I do my Mark III, and it prints just as well.
Nice. Well, maybe Ender 3 is an option then.
Oh, yeah,
but it's a Bowden, no? It's a Bowden, the Ender.
Yes.
I need one which I can print flexibles with. So.
Yeah, really the only one on the market direct drive is a Prusa, really.
So we might have somebody else joining in here. Mike Delay showed interested to join in. I just
nice.
Sent him a link on Twitter for the Hangout. So if you're listening now here, please open up your Twitter and I've sent you a private note with a Hangout link. So if you want to join in, go ahead.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Nice to have you. It would be nice to have you back on the stream again.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well. How are you guys?
Oh, that was a quick one.
Hi. I saw there's another daily, so I felt it was only right to come bomb in on the stream.
Yeah, there's not many dailies spelled exactly like that.
So how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We're just in the process of sort of keeping the house all nice and tidy because we're just about to get some more viewings on the house because we're hoping to finally sell this house and move out somewhere new. So we've got a couple coming back tomorrow to see the house. So it's really hard to work though because everything is so tidy.
Okay.
Like my office never looks this tidy ever.
Wow.
Look at all that floor you can see.
Awesome. I think mine never looked like that, even if I got it all tidy.
It feels like walking around some like IKEA exhibition where everything's really neat and tidy. And oh, dearie me.
Yeah, I kind of tried to clean up my nerd space today because I had a visitor and I wanted to show him the mapper I'm printing for him.
Nice.
But it's still messy. So when he stepped into the room, I thought, oh my goodness, what should he think about you? But his reaction was very cool. He said, that's your laboratory, that's your nerd space. That's okay. But I don't want
like that.
I don't want to know what he really thought, you know.
I know. Well, our dining room had always been our workshop, but apparently having a workshop as a dining room doesn't make the house sell well, so we had to tidy them up.
Well, this is why I've got a caravan on my driveway.
Oh, you know what it is? I was watching in the video and I was wondering if this was a caravan because I just saw the slight curve on the roof.
Yeah. No, I was in the corner of our master bedroom. And I literally had what my desk is. I had from floor to ceiling. Yeah, it just got too much. So this is a temporary solution more than anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had to take down because I had more workbenches in this office with me, but like my lull spot is like sat painfully on the floor down here, and my phone lab is sat in the corner, and it's all very sad. But it's for a good cause though. Hopefully we'll get all sorted, and then I get a double garage with a workshop. So fingers crossed. But it's even in terms of cats, like the cats are out at my mother-in-law's at the moment so that they don't get fur everywhere.
So your setup is professional.
Yeah, well, we're trying. What have you guys been working on?
Yeah, I'm making lots of test prints, so nothing really creative because I finally want to do my Craftbot 3 review. And so I'm printing lots of stuff, in mirror mode, parallel mode, dual color mode, and yeah.
Nice. I must get into color at some point. Scalda, what stuff do you make? It's the first time I've seen your stuff.
What do I make? Just a mess, really. No,
Don't we all?
Unfortunately, there's no way to clean. You can't print clean. You can only print mess. That's all printers do.
No, that's exactly right. No, I started the EU mystery box back in January.
Okay.
So that's predominantly what I do 3D printing wise now.
Nice.
I do print models out. So I'm working on a project at the moment. Someone sent me the files early before public release to print out and paint and such. So that's literally sat just through there. That pink model just there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's really cool. That is certainly a huge printer I can see next to you there. There's
yeah, this is my Core A8. It's
crazy
ANET rebuild sort of thing.
Nice.
There's not like I was saying. There's not much ANET left on it, to be honest.
The name.
But it's got an SKR 1.3 32-bit board on it. I'm just trying to dial in, try and get the two color feeding working at the minute.
Oh, nice. There's one of my friends in America who's just he's just designed, the Kenner figures, the Star Wars figures from the 80s.
Yeah.
He's designed a 1-to-1 scale Boba Fett. It's like life size, like 1-to-1, and you can print it. He's got the whole set of files. It looks amazing. Gordon Tarpley in the US has been printing it out, and it's just fantastic. He's even put like all the weld lines and all the other manufacturing oddities. I'll put a link in the chat because it's if you want a big print to waste some filament on.
Yeah, well, this is my first real. I've done a few big prints, but this is the first multi-part big print that I've got, and since it was offered up to me before public release, I thought I'd do a good job with it. But no, let me bring it a bit closer.
Yeah, please do. Yeah,
have a sneak peek.
So is there any project that you already plan once you have relocated? What is your next plan?
It'll probably just be finished Captain Marvel, because we've kind of put all of that on pause at the moment, just because all the molds are just so massive that we just don't have the space for it at the moment. So it's like at the moment I'm doing all these tiny little print projects, but nothing really massive. It's like, what can I do in a weekend?
Without making a huge mess.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I still do that anyway, but it's a slightly more cleanable mess.
Just like with the vacuum all behind it.
Yeah. As Karen stood behind me going, we've got to keep it clean.
I can imagine.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
She's 1, 2, 3, 4 main parts. And then obviously the needles.
Oh, nice. Is it a voodoo thing?
Yeah, it's a voodoo brie.
Nice. That is so cool.
Awesome.
But no, I did the 2 other designs that the designer's done. But they're only small scale. But now that I've got the Predator, I can print big.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd like to cut it up a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Print it a lot bigger.
You probably could. You print it 1-to-1, print it life size.
Well, could be.
Just need more parts.
That's really cool.
2 kilos of filament in that.
What filament did you use? What is the orange one?
The skin color is the Anycubic.
Ah, okay. Skin color. Okay.
Yeah, it's any cubic skin color for the main body and the head. A Printer Pro Snow White Pet G for the hat, and then I've got the 3D prints Sea Green for the base.
Nice. I think I said to these guys last time I was in the chat, I'm really boring with my filament colors because I use grey, 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 and grey.
Those
Baby
are
grey?
yeah.
Maybe grey. If I'm
Yeah.
feeling adventurous, maybe I'll drop another grey in there. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for me it's
but do you
it's
do a lot
similar.
of painting and that as well, though?
I basically I mold and cast most of everything I do,
Yeah,
so it's sort of the color is kind of irrelevant for me. But I always feel maybe just for my own enjoyment, I should use some other colors, but I never get around to it.
For
I
me,
think
it's
as well as
the
like
other way
I'm
around.
afraid of the colors changing like my settings, because I know when I tried a black once, like all of my settings just went out, and I was like, I don't have time for this. I just want to print.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
For me, it's the other way around. I'm so horrible at painting stuff, so I need all these colors to make it look good.
You need to invest in a Karen that can do all of your sanding for you. That's my top tip.
That's a good idea. Not to find one.
I'll ask her if there's any spare Karens available in the Karen sanding store. She's now started getting our friends who are like, well, I need this sanded. Could you do it? And she's like, okay.
If I have to.
Yeah.
Hey, Palko.
Hey, can everyone hear me?
I can
Yes.
hear you.
Hi, Palko.
Us.
Hey, probing worked. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Sorry,
take a look.
that I'm a bit late here. But
I got you finished.
yeah, I heard it. I was
Yeah,
listening
you're still full of supports.
Still full of supports.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a small little tutorial about how to get rid of these supports using your model.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
So I printed my wife's 3D scan out that we had done at the 3D meetup.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I wish I could have got out to that. That looked so cool.
It was a good weekend. I enjoyed myself. I didn't. It was nice to meet people, have a chat, and it was good.
How many people were there roughly?
I think we had about 200 through the door over the weekend.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good.
But it's not a very big place.
I mean, 200 is more than two of us, so you know.
But no, it was a good weekend. I got to meet a few people that I talked to on Twitter and a few of the organisers and such, and it was a good weekend.
Nice. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's what
I
those
definitely have to come next time.
yeah, that's what those meetups
Definitely.
are all about. You know, socializing, meeting the people that you have only met on social media, and then to see them in real person. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yes, Matt. Much fun was had. Walking around the streets of Birmingham.
But Birmingham's a nice city.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. It was we were walking back to like head home sort of thing, and it was just jam packed of people.
Yeah. It's a busy city, definitely. I think the last time me and my wife went to Birmingham, there was like a food festival on, and it was just everywhere was just ram packed. There was beer tents, there was food stands, there was absolutely everything. But it's a nice city for that. Walk around,
good.
have a drink, and eat.
sounds really good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So yeah,
You had pizza last time.
yeah, true. Be right back. Gonna hug someone. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
So you're in the nerd space again. That's
Yeah, it's my second home, so I will be here often. Yeah, and I'm at my little printer area where we have all the 3D printers that mostly I own.
Well, you are not allowed to have more than one at home, so.
Yeah, that is true. So there are, let me count real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 printers here.
How many of those are running?
Sorry?
How many of those are actually printing?
Do you really want an honest answer?
Yeah.
None of them.
None of them are printing at the moment, but yeah, I can show you guys around if I plug in a light. Well, I have the Ender 3 here. It can print. It's in maintenance. I have the first Prusa here that needs a little bit of calibration. We have the dumpster fire called ANET, which I don't want to touch. We have some other printers, but long story. I hope to get 2 or 3 running tonight. So.
I've just spotted your T-shirt. You got a Sabaton T-shirt. Those guys are playing on Hellfest tonight at 11.
Freaking awesome!
Nice.
Yeah, I have seen those live 2 years ago in the Netherlands. That freaking awesome.
Yeah, they've just been bumped up to main stage today, so they're going to be live streaming that in a couple of hours.
Oh, cool. I'm probably gonna watch that one.
So are they streaming on YouTube, or where are they streaming?
YouTube, if I'm right?
Yeah, there'll be YouTube and Facebook. They'll have it streaming on both.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
It's the modern way to watch festivals now. You can just sit at home and drink beer, and there's no mud involved. It's great.
True, but festival mood is awesome. People are very relaxed and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Festivals are good fun. I mean, I'm not sure a 3D printing festival would work so well. It'd be just a load of 3D printers on stage making terrible music.
Well, you can program them to play some tunes.
Oh, really? Because I know there's that guy that does the floppytron, where it's like loads of floppy disks.
Yeah. You can also do that with 3D printers.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
That's so cool.
If I'm right, Desmond from Make Anything has a
there is
music from the Wii
you
channel.
gotta find me some links for that, because that's.
Oh yeah. Give me a sec or so. I got it all lined up.
Yeah, I think I can have some fun with that.
What are the plans for tonight? Anyone have plans besides the stream, or just gonna stream and sleep?
Well, I can't do anything in my house in case I make it dirty. So.
Oh yeah, you're gonna sell it.
Yeah. Stream and sleep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do later. Let's see how long we stream. I will restart my printer because the nozzle clogged, and I just shut it off. But I can resume it later. And I don't know what's going on there, and don't know if I'm going to stay up that long. Probably not. Tomorrow is not the day. I'm happy that I can sleep at the moment, because quite often I suffer from, what is the English name?
Insomnia.
Yeah, insomnia. Yes, yeah. So at the moment I'm knocking on wood.
Yep.
That I can still, at the moment I can really sleep well, so I have to use the opportunity.
Good, absolutely. I tend to find that I naturally want to be awake during the nighttime hours, so I'll be up till maybe 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock, and that's
that is my normal time too. But if I do that on weekdays when I have to get up next morning at 7 o'clock, or something like that, then but not so good for me.
No, but I'm the same. I meant to get up early for work in the morning, and I hate it. I've never got used to it.
I'm lucky if I make it past 10 o'clock at the minute. With four kids, a wife, and a dog.
I was going to say that's the sound of a man who has kids.
Yeah.
Cool.
Four kids. I'm lucky at the minute if I make it past 10 o'clock.
I used to have a few friends that we'd sit and talk and shoot the breeze on Skype, and then they all started having kids, and I'm like, where is everybody? Oh, they all had kids. Okay,
yeah,
just me now, because apparently cats don't count.
I never understood that. Cats count, I think.
Yeah, they do.
No, they sleep like 23 hours a day.
But not at night.
But those you can just shut the door now and go curl up somewhere.
Yeah, like, I mean, if my cats were home, like, I have to have this chair, because otherwise my cat will make a continuous noise. That's where she will go. She will sleep on that chair, and that's it.
Look at me here.
Did last time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My cat also has her own chair, but at the moment she's rather outside hunting mice. or something.
I mean,
so she's not here at the moment.
It's crazy because sometimes we have to wheel that chair into the bedroom with us to put it next to the bed. That is, we were going to throw it away because it's a horrible old chair that I took from work when they were throwing them out as a spare, and like she just latched onto it. Yeah, so we like wheeling it through to the master bedroom, going, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah, but you know what? When you move to the new house, you have to take that old chair with you.
Yeah,
because they need to have something in the beginning that
consistent.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't take it from her.
Oh no, God,
no matter how ugly it looks. But
I think she would actually physically claw our eyes out if we did. She'd be like, "You've taken away my chair. Now I will take your eyes."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's like I have to try and keep my office not looking too weird. But sort of like, I mean, it doesn't. I'm not sure if it counts because I still have a gigantic Star Wars figure in the corner of my room. But
so, is that a figure or a suit?
That's a costume. Yeah, it's Boba.
Nice.
Ah, cool. So you're doing a bit cosplay, or is it just for show?
I do costuming. Yeah, I'm part of the 501st Legion, so we do fundraising for charities and
that's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good fun. We enjoy it. My wife has Captain Phasma as well. We've got that, but that doesn't stay on a mannequin because it's too big and shiny.
Nice.
But I had a question for you guys because you guys are using a lot more printers than we are. Well, I've had some friends who've been asking me about the Ender 3, so they're really hesitant to spend the money on a cruiser, but they also want something that's going to just work and they're not going to have to maintain. And my argument was that if you don't want to be tweaking and fiddling with a printer, just get a Prusa because it'll just work.
Yeah, that's basically it.
And if you want to print with flexibles as well, so if you want to have the opportunity to really use all the filaments that are available, so you should go with a Prusa.
Yeah, that's pretty much the main reason why I only have a Prusa. I've only got one because if I want to print that exotic material, then I know that will.
Yeah.
Because I predominantly print PLA mostly. And until I can upgrade my Ender to an all-metal hot end, then that will do PETG. But most of the like flexible and stuff will be done on the Prusa.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that Lulzbot are opening a facility in Europe now as well?
All right.
Because I got a Lulzbot, but I didn't realize they were actually being imported from the States because there's not many being sold here in the UK apparently. So apparently now our pricing may get better in the UK, which I'm a little bit excited for.
I hope so, because the Lulzbot is open source. I like that, but
the Lulzbot must be a really good, awesome printer, but it's very expensive, is it?
It is, but it's also very durable. Like we have one in the office that I work in, and maybe once every 6 months I have to do some tuning with it. Other than that, it just runs and runs.
Yeah, I saw the Pro version at Murph. That was really awesome. You know, with this
interchangeable hot end.
It goes up and down. It's so awesome. And the you know the owner, I don't know what his name is. He is such a cool guy, you know.
Yeah, well, I met the guys over at Hanover Fair because they were there as well. Okay. But the manager wasn't there at the time, but the rest of the team were, and they were just all so cool and just super friendly. But they're so cool. The new head is so much lighter than the old ones. It's ridiculous. There's barely anything in it because they had one out on the desk and you could head the old one. And it was like a quarter of the weight. There was hardly any mass in it at all.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to have this Pro version, but I don't have that money.
Yeah, it's expensive.
No way.
Yeah. But
the Lulzbot's definitely a prosumer.
Yeah.
Material.
I just swallowed the bite for it purely on the idea that if I was going to be doing it, I'd want it to work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I already explained to these guys when I came in the stream last time that I'd been through my I'd been through my sort of cogwheel mill when I used the Omrod rep wrap, and that was just like broken every 3 seconds. Everything needed tuning and replacing. And so when it was like, okay, I'm going to buy another printer, I'm going to spend a reasonable amount of money on it. I don't want it to break immediately, but it has to do big prints. And it was either going to be that or I think it was not the Maker Bot, the Ultimaker Plus when they were about to come out.
Yeah.
And I think the Lulzbot just looked a little bit more flexible at the time. I don't know. They're probably much the same.
Yeah, I thought about buying a Prusa too, but no more printers. I think for me, my husband, he would kill me.
I've got space for 2 more Ender 3s and maybe another Predator.
I'm a little bit worried because at the moment I have space for 2 printers, but in the new garage I'll have space for lots, and I'm.
Yeah, you will have that. That's not a problem, dude. Because I also have lots of space for printers. I don't know if you can see it, but there are all printers over there and some over here. And that big thing behind me, the big black thing, that's a resin printer that we got for free. But it has some malware on it, and the company doesn't want to help us. So we're hacking it.
What printer is it?
It's it's an Envision Tech. It's a resin printer, big ass thing, by the way. Yeah, no, seriously, I'm standing next to it.
That thing is huge.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So it's an industrial class one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we looked up the price. Well, we couldn't look up the price, but send the invoice. Hey, what does this thing cost? Yeah, about 150,000 or something.
Oh my
and we
goodness.
were like,
crazy. Okay, so no wonder it has malware on it because it's probably a full computer.
It's there's a little Windows box in it, but we reinstalled everything, but the software is closed source, and
Okay.
yeah, we are getting into it. Let's say it like that.
Somehow, one way or the other.
So is that one of the resin printers where it actually prints on the surface of the resin, or is the bed submerged, or is it still a typical carrier submerged that comes out?
It has a big.
It's a typical one.
Yeah,
I've worked with Envision Tech, so it's the normal one, where the platform rises.
Yeah. Those ones where it seems to just grow out of the liquid are just madness. Like I've seen videos of them and they're crazy.
We have some test prints of it because we got it for free from another company with like 20 bottles of resin.
Oh my goodness!
But we really want
what's the print size on
make it work. What?
What's the print size on it?
Oh, to be honest, I have no freaking clue.
Is it like this? Like a A5?
No, I'm gonna get a test print, and it's
bigger.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
I'd
interested.
say about
Obviously, I've got the
300 to 300 about. I would say from my memory when I saw the test print.
Really? Oh,
wow.
So yeah, this is A4 size.
Oh, nice.
And it still isn't full build volume, so.
It's beautiful.
It's a big one, and the print quality is awesome. You can't see any layer lines. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing.
Crazy. I want it.
First, it needs to work.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll paraphrase.
Heavy.
I want it working.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Yeah, my first idea that if I ever win the lottery is buy a bigger workshop, buy more printers.
Yeah, that's basically my list.
Yeah. I think we can all share that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need a share pact where whoever wins gets to be the boss and everybody else can just be the terrible employees who get to play.
Oh God, no, please not.
Yeah. So that was my little.
So Palko, we should offer you a better lighting in there because you're like a ghost.
Gollum's cave.
Yeah.
TL light somewhere here.
Yeah.
But I can't find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that thing is like 50 centimeters of TL light, and it lights up this whole place.
You
but I
need to
can't
turn the
find
light on so you can find it.
Ah,
it.
well,
Seriously.
put your unicorn onesie on. Maybe then you get a better view.
The shiny
Vision,
unicorn,
vision,
and we
better
can
vision.
spot you.
The
Was-
unicorn onesie is at the moment at home, but I have a dinosaur onesie laying around here. So
We'll
maybe
take
later
that.
in the stream.
Oh,
I have a
God.
stormtrooper onesie somewhere. I just have no idea where
Oh,
that is.
I thought a little bit about it, and I'm wearing
R2D2 dress.
R2D2.
Oh, that's cool.
Love it. Karen has that dress too. It's a cool dress.
I'm seriously looking for light now because if you
We've set him off now. He's like,
Yeah, we should have one stream where all of us are wearing crazy things. We already
Look at
talked
me.
about that last time. So one hilarious stream like the last one. That
Mhm.
would be.
crazy. Yeah, no, maybe next time I should just wear the full costume.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, please.
do it.
That would be cool. Wow.
Awesome. Don't let my husband see that. He wants to steal it from you, I can bet.
But Mia, you can print the helmet at least.
Oh yeah, easily.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, but if you, I did this with my girlfriend. I made a lovely thing for her, and now she is wondering if she can get 2 printers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can play it like that.
Yeah, maybe you could get your husband into 3D printing too if you tell him that he could print awesome things that he also likes, Mia.
Or not
Yes,
even
he knows
printing,
that, but
You definitely could, because I love making 3D Star Wars files. So I could send lots of Star Wars files. I have one for a Boba
especially
Fett.
the Boba Fett. Boba Fett is his absolute favorite character.
too.
So
Me too.
Hey, Gloin.
I do have an STL file for a Boba Fett helmet as well.
oh, nice.
I can send that over if you want or don't want. It's
Oh,
up to you.
I would love to.
Okay.
Maybe it would be a nice present for his birthday.
Yes. Hopefully he doesn't watch the stream.
He usually doesn't.
I don't even know what Boba Fett is.
That's the suit behind him. Don't worry, not everyone loves Star Wars.
It's okay.
I've watched Star Wars, but I don't know all the characters.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
me.
So in Return of the Jedi when they're in the desert and Han Solo's about to be pushed out into the big mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, basically Boba Fett is the one who flies in on a jetpack and then dies terribly and also falls. You would be entirely forgiven for forgetting him entirely.
Oh my God! So I have to do my homework. I have to watch the whole series.
Yes, yeah, you do. But you have to watch all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay. I.
That's how I get my payment from Star Wars, you see. Slowly convincing people to watch more Star Wars.
Okay.
Aw. Sorry.
Have you guys been working on any other design stuff, or you been just printing?
I try to design stuff, but I suck at it.
yeah.
You just need practice.
I'm not creative
Maybe.
enough to design something. I tend to do it when a necessity arrives.
Yeah, I'm just getting into Fusion now. Finally, trying to at least. So
Yeah.
ask me that question maybe in half a year. So
Yeah.
until then, I just print stuff or I do stuff on Tinkercad. Although I can do really crazy stuff with Tinkercad. I even made a jewelry line with Tinkercad, but I don't know. I don't have anything lying around here now from it. So yeah, but
nice.
without.
Yeah, Fusion 360 is so crazily powerful. I'm trying to do a little bit more sculpting through ZBrush just to try and skill up that side. But yeah, ZBrush you can do so much in it.
The
I've never tried
Sculptress,
it.
or what is it called? The light version.
Sculptress.
Sculptress. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to try that one too because that is something that I think would be more easy for me because at work we're working with a 3D software for teeth.
Yeah.
And so this organic stuff, I think, would be fit my working style better. But of course, I also want to get into Fusion.
Yeah, ZBrush is just crazy. Well, Sculptress, both of it is. They're both really, really good bits of software.
Never tried it. I just can work with Fusion. I think it's just well, I need my geometric forms and stuff like that.
Yeah, me
I
too.
tried I tried to work with Blender, but all I got was a giant blob that kind of looked like a microorganism or something like that. I have no idea.
I mean, it's the way one of my sculptor friends described it to me. Says it's you literally have to treat it as if you were sculpting digital clay. Like it is the process behind it is similar to that. So you really have to throw away the concepts of building a square and a cylinder and a sphere. It's about having a free form and knowing shapes and symmetry. And it's a totally different way of thinking. Like I still don't get my head around it fully. I'm just bashing my head against the wall and hopefully one day something will stick.
Well, I was quite good in sculpting with clay. Wait a second. See if I can find.
Well, arguably, if you're good at sculpting in clay, you should be able to do it on the computer as well. It's just
no, I'm
it's
not.
just getting through
That's
that barrier.
I made a little baby Groot with
nice.
3D pen, and which is basically
yes,
like molding and sculpting it. It's not completely ready yet, but
But
I hope
he's
you can
dancing.
see that. Yes, it's the little dancing one in his pot.
nice.
But I have to do a lot of work with that. So yeah, stuff like that works, and I was always not that bad with clay, but somehow I can't get Blender to work. I don't know why. It's just like there's something blocking my head or something. No idea.
It's a very complicated program. From what
I think as well. What I discovered, I tried to start with something really complicated in ZBrush or Sculptress, and it was just too much. Like you have to go right back to basics, like sculpting really, really simple things, and that certainly helped me. Like trying not to make myself do too complicated stuff, because I kind of want I want it to be at the same level as modeling as stuff, and it's not. You just can't. You have to treat yourself like a primary schooler and just start from the beginning.
I know the problem. It's just like you know what you want, and you just why doesn't it work?
Yeah,
I get like that with Fusion.
You want?
I know.
Sorry?
What was that about Fusion? Sorry.
I said I get like that with Fusion.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a particular way I want to do it, but I just don't know how to get it to do it.
Yeah,
in the program.
It is literally a thought process. That's all it is. Like, I mean, I've been. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for The Mandalorian. I'm not sure if they even showed the trailer yet, but I don't know if you guys can see the model. I started working on the pistol.
That's nice.
Thank you. So but I'm trying to make it so that all of the parts actually work, so that people can kind of build it themselves and put electronics in them.
Nice.
And make things work. So this is a medium to long term project that I'm working on at the moment.
So
really,
is that
really nice.
Is that a Fusion or is it SolidWorks?
This is SolidWorks. I'm using Fusion for doing more organic shapes, or geometric organic shapes, if you know what I mean. I tend to find SolidWorks has got some neater tools for cutting things out than I get in Fusion, and I have a little bit more experience with it more than anything. So it could be done in Fusion, no problem though. It's just this works for me.
Basically, everything can be done with any program. You just have to know how. And
spend enough time. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So there are things you can do with Fusion as well as you can do in ZBrush or something like that. But one part is easier in ZBrush, the other one is easier in Fusion. So basically, it's just the way you have to go, or you want to go to get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those prop makers I follow on Instagram, I was telling you about last time, they all do all of their work in ZBrush, and they work so quick, and their work is so beautiful. It's just Infuriating.
Okay,
Oh my
I
god,
found
there's
a place
light.
with light.
Palko.
You're
Yeah,
so talented. I hate you, but I love what you do.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty much my exact feeling anytime I see any of them. Like, oh, that's really nice, but I wish I had your job and skills and talents and everything.
Yeah.
I was searching for light. I found it in the
Yeah, you did.
studio. Yeah, but now I can't work on my printers.
Well, it's a trade-off. You want to see or do you want to work?
Yeah, work.
Hi all.
Oh,
I was
hi.
Hi.
I was finally able to get it to work.
Hi,
A bit of
Hey,
time.
Paul. How
How
are
are
you,
you
dude?
doing?
Very well, actually. A bit busy at work and things like that, but yeah.
Hey, where
I
are
have a
you? It
problem.
looks so different from what I remember. The space here.
Yeah, I'm a bit different location, but just basically around the corner of the previous location. I needed to bit improvising because it's a bit of a mess here.
So is it also a kind of a co-working space or
No,
a
it's my
nerd
living
space?
room.
Oh,
It's
it's
my
a
living
living
room.
Okay.
Heb je weer een of andere...
Ja, ik zit weer in het ding.
Yes.
No, normally I'm just sitting just basically around this.
Even de partyline aanzetten.
Nice to meet you anyway, Paul.
Yeah, nice to meet you all.
I like your desk looks incredibly professional. Like there's a lot of knobs and buttons that I would like to push.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he had that set up with him while we were in Sweden. And,
Yeah, yeah. This is a bit more. I even had more now, but
Is it for podcasting or do you do something else with it?
yeah, it's for podcasting, but I use it for different things as well.
Oh,
But
nice.
also for podcasting, yeah, it's really nice, and you can just basically do it in a bag and take it everywhere. It's really easy to take around.
Awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my desktop at the moment. It's either a desktop or a laptop. Nothing high tech.
Well, yeah, basically everything is on is actually a project of mine. Palko noted it's physical Pong, so I'm kind of misusing that now.
oh.
All I can see is occasionally Palko pulling random things out of bags.
Oh yeah.
Improvising.
Yeah.
We don't have a script, right? So I can do whatever.
I mean, as long as it's PG-13, I guess.
That's
About that.
I mean, I suppose we're after the watershed in most European places now.
Yeah.
as long as I can drink beer, I'm fine, I guess.
I mean, there's no
Paul,
percentage
did
in this
you,
ginger beer, so I'm sure I'll be okay.
Paul, did you see the stream from that?
No, I was at work last week, so I just only saw 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, the last like half an hour or so.
Yeah.
That was my fault. I showed some prints and stuff. And,
Oh dear.
Yeah,
that was definitely not PG-13.
And then it went to that place.
It went downhill so fast.
I'm just intrigued by what he's doing now. I mean,
What
it's a
are you
nice
doing?
t-shirt and all, but you know.
Sorry. I'm just happy that I found some light, okay? Yeah, we're now in our music studio at Nerdspace.
Oh, nice. How big is the nerd space?
Pretty small, I guess. Mia, how big is Nerdspace? I really can't explain. it,
Well, there are 3 or 4 rooms, which are about 6 square meters or something like that each.
I mean, that's still a reasonable size for doing some stuff in. It's more than what most people have.
Yeah.
It's we have a gaming area, we have a tool shed, the printing area, the bar, and the main area and the studio. So
Nice. Can you guys get to it 24 hours a day, or is it only open certain hours?
Yeah, if you are a member, then you can get access 24 hours. You will get a RFID chip, so you can open the door whenever.
Nice. That's really cool. Yeah, that was my only problem with the makerspace. They had a makerspace here in Newcastle, in my hometown, but it was only up on Wednesdays between a certain hour or something. I ended up reading about it, and I just went, this doesn't seem to make sense to me. It was also really far from my house. It just didn't make sense.
Like we are open on Wednesday for the public, from 5 in the afternoon until midnight, and weekly, and in the weekend we are open for members or their guests or whatever we want, to be honest.
Yeah,
we are a pretty laid back hackerspace.
Nice. Yeah, maybe this one in Newcastle was the same, but it was, it's still quite a distance from where my actual house is, so it never made sense for me unless I was really close to it.
Yeah, I live like 300 meters from the space, so.
So
it's literally a dumping ground for your tools.
Now I understand why it's your second living room.
So, Kat, you're going to, or you have been to Makerspace or Hackerspace yourself lately, I thought. What's about that? Would you join them, or?
Yeah, I haven't had time yet because I was busy giving courses. But next week I'm on holidays. But when I'm back, I wanna give it a try. I was there during the daytime, and there was nobody around. And the guys from that makerspace, they only seem to be there Wednesday in the evening from 7 to 10 in the evening, so only once a week. And I think they're not very active yet because they just opened it up, the whole thing, in November last year. So let's see.
It takes time for those things to grow, I suppose. It's just crazy. Like every time I see makerspaces, everybody else's makerspaces seems really nice and established, and all my local ones are just like, oh, it's a guy in a room.
You've got a local one. I haven't got one down this way at all.
You haven't got one down? Well, I say a local. I mean, it's still like 15 miles away.
No, I'm down in the southeast, and there's not one at all.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're just up. I'm the complete opposite end. I'm up near the Scottish border, just before Scotland.
Oh, blimey, yeah.
The separation of the dailies. That's so crazy.
Well, we don't have anyone around here as well, so I basically think, Nerd Space is the closest one to me.
Oh, really?
Seriously?
Because, I think so. I don't know.
Like, how far is Berlin for you?
I don't know anyone near here. Maybe I just don't. I just don't know them. They do exist, but I don't know them. That could be so. But last time I was looking, didn't find anything.
I mean, I guess my ideal makerspace would be the one that's in my garage. Other people come to.
I think the social part is also really important about a makerspace.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, fortunately, although we haven't got much of a makerspace community in the north, we have got a good friend community with prop makers in the northeast. So we have a lot of guys. We've got at least 3 or 4 friends who are in the maker community who either sew or do electronics. Yeah. And we all sort of get together fairly regularly to try and collaborate on projects, which is good fun. And we always say, like, whoever wins the lottery first buys the workshop, and everybody else chips in.
Okay. Yeah, so Mia, maybe you should make your own hacker.
Yeah, that would be a dream.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
Really, I guess, really would be a dream.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like joining a band. Like, why join someone else's dream when you can make your own?
Yeah.
It's if I would win a lottery, but I'm not the lucky kind of person, so I'm always unlucky with stuff like that. But if I would, that would be the first thing I would do. So it would be stuffed with printers. It would be absolutely full with electronics, with filaments, with everything, with PCs and laptops and stuff.
Yep.
Tools, everything.
Yeah, I'm just My thing is because we're waiting to move house, like all of my savings have to go on house-related things, which are really boring. And I'm like,
That would be stay like that, I guess.
I just want to spend money on tools again.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I know that feeling.
Yep. Yeah.
You could make a whole series about how to pimp your house.
Well, that is one of the things we're going to do. I think one of the first projects we're going to do wherever we end up is going to be how we go through the process of modeling like the entire house head to toe.
Okay.
Because we use it quite a lot for like redecorating and doing bits in rooms, whether it's plastering or redoing something.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do like maybe a 1 or 2 part video on just how you can tackle measuring your home for things like that. Although it's fairly simple, like I don't think that I didn't realize. I think when you know something, you don't realize other people don't know it, and it's hard to know what other people don't know to work out whether it's worth sharing or not. So hopefully it'll be useful to somebody.
I did that with my studio. I took the dimensions and that and took it into Fusion 360 and laid out what I wanted.
Yeah, I did the same when I moved in here.
Yeah, definitely a common thread. It's like I've got 3D design software, I have measurements, let's put them together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most architecture is fairly square. It's like a straight wall with a straight wall and a straight wall.
The walls here in my house look straight, but I don't think none of them are. It's built in like the 60s, so it's crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, this house we're in now, I think, was built in 1902. It's an old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's fine because we've put nice new plaster on everything, so it looks new.
Yeah, I did the same here, and yeah, basically some parts are new, and then those are straight, and then everything besides that is completely crooked.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep, we had a door frame that sort of like that.
Oh yeah.
Over 100 years, it's slowly gone.
It's moving.
Yeah. Yeah, but time for a new house. It'll be a slightly newer house, so we get to watch it all degrade over time again. But yeah, on that Anet printer, ScaldYT, is that like, how do you go about? Is it open source in its design, or have you just replaced bits on it as you?
So which one?
The big one. I can't remember.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Core A8 is a design on Thingiverse.
Oh, nice. After the last chat I joined, somebody showed me the White Knight, and it's all I've been obsessing about now. Like, I really want a White Knight.
Isn't that black belt like printer?
Yes, but not anywhere near the same money.
Yeah,
it's still $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much was the black belt? Like
10 grand, I think.
It's about 8 to 10 grand, I think. The black belt is.
Yeah.
It depends also on the options you get. The base model is like 8,000 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think like the cheapest White Knight was something like worked out. What was it, like 1,000, 2,000 or something like that?
I think 2,000.
I've got a full UK list of suppliers in it.
Oh,
it's just shy of $2,000.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I've still got a bit of get around to building the belt printer that I've got.
I would love to have one like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to have the rail cord. Java Beans, got to get yourself a rail cord.
Yeah, the rail cord is great as well.
But
what's that printer? What's special about it?
It's a Core XY with high precision.
Yeah.
Oh,
and a duet. I think it runs on a duet. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I think they were also working on compatibility with the tool changer from E3D.
Yes.
Oh,
nice.
So another thing about printers. This is what I got this afternoon from my old university.
Oh, nice.
So this was my first printer I made in 2009.
Oh, wow.
So it has been there on the shelf for like 6 or 7 years, and it's actually in a pretty good shape compared that it hasn't been done anything in like 7 years.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to get this working again.
Awesome.
It's really old electronics. I'm not even sure Marlin still supports the electronics. So
Yeah. Is it RAMs?
No,
or
it's
is
not.
It another board?
It's a Sanguino. Sanguino with a RepRap motherboard version 1.2. So and even home soldered, so it's not. Yeah, it might be, but yeah, it's really great, and I actually like it how it works and how it's compared to the current printers and how much has changed in the last few years.
Yeah, I think it's always amazing to take a look back for just a minute and see how far they've really came. Like, I think people forget how much advancement has happened in 3D.
That's crazy.
Absolutely.
You know, like
why don't you create a video about it? You know, the moment you switch it on, just record a video and then talk about the good old times.
Oh yeah,
that would
I
be
will
a cool
definitely make a
video.
video about it.
Yes, yes.
Anytime you talk about old world printing, you have to put everything with a sepia wash. Everything has to be black and white.
No, it's not that old yet, but
back in the good old days of early printers.
All in sepia.
It was actually a requirement for my university that I needed to make a video for it before I was able to get it, because the university paid for it back then, so I wasn't allowed to take it. I needed to pay one or do something with it.
I mean, that's like what, 5-6 years since the first sort of 3D printers really started hitting out in the hobby space.
Yeah, something like that, I think.
I mean, that's 5 years. Could you imagine what it's going to be like in 20 years? Like, 3D printing is going to be. I can't even imagine. Like, I can see some really obvious improvements in the software and in the firmware and the things that work, but like, just imagine like the amount of money that's being thrown into motors and like lubrication. These things are going to be crazy in 15 years. I'm so excited, and I'm going to come back and watch this video and be like, I totally called it. Yeah, what's everybody's big prediction for 3D printing in the next 10 years? What do you think is going to be the biggest game changer?
I think the software itself. The software is going to change a lot and make a lot of improvements.
Yeah, multi-material. You know, I think that there's going to be a combination with. I think the whole tool changer thing is going to be something very common. Then that you can combine CNC milling with 3D printing. That you just print very roughly. The shape, and then you just fine tune it by milling it, and with a 5-axis milling machine. You know.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
And also, I think like things like the mosaic pellets, those things are getting more and more there. I think just add-ons to actual printers. So the printers don't get the futures, but there are more add-ons to the printer itself.
Yeah. I mean, do you think the mosaic's got much of a future? Like once the 3D print, like once the printer designers themselves start folding that stuff in, like do you think
I think so. Yeah, I think there are advantages of the mosaic pellet over, for example, the MMU. That's for example, the MMU only works on Prusa printers. Well, the pellets
not anymore.
Well, yeah, you are right, but Marlin supported. But it's if I see how easy it is to take the pellet from one printer to another, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'd have a pallet over an MMU.
I mean, I would have a pallet tomorrow if they did it for 2.85 filament. The minute they release for that, I'll have it.
I don't think it's going to happen, but
why not?
I'm not sure, but
is there a technical reason behind they don't want to do it, or
no? I think more a financial reason.
Really?
Just because, because 2.85 is used less and less. Only the big professional printer manufacturers like Ultimaker and Lastbot are using 2.85, and that's it.
Yeah, there's not many people using 2.85 anymore.
Yeah, okay.
I have the same problem. I have an Ultimaker 3, and that's the only machine here in the home that supports 2.85, and the rest is all 175. And I mean, much more 175.
You can actually run 1.75 through the Lulzbot with no mods. There's one of the guys on the forum who tried it out, and he goes, "Yeah, it works totally fine."
I think Mosaic was working on a conversion kit for the Ultimaker 3 to have that working at 175 as well.
I think I saw it at Murph. I think they had it on one of their machines.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
But yeah, I prefer having my Ultimaker just on 2.85. It works with that's really great.
I'm not even sure why I prefer 2.85, because in my mind, I kind of know that I just feel like the motors have to do less work. Yet I know that the heating, you know, with a thinner filament, you need less energy to push the filament through quicker. But I don't know, just in my mind, when I look at 2.85, I just feel like it is a more efficient way of printing. I don't know how. I think that's just a feeling rather than anything.
Well, for example, with flexibles on a Bowden setup, you can print sometimes okay with 2.85 and not with 175.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's slightly stiffer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put a camera on your hot end for the one that you showed?
Sorry?
Are you gonna put a camera on the hot end for the one that you showed?
What?
I think you said put a camera on the hot end for the one you showed.
Oh, yeah. It. You can see it probably. Let me see.
We doen meestal ook aan een dependencies helst, dan wordt het meestal gewoon een reinstall.
You have
I
to
really
say
love
something.
that thing, man.
Ja, ik weet niet.
Talk, Paul.
Die gaan meestal.
Say something, otherwise it will not show up.
Can you see it like this?
Get your mic.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
It's basically a peak content, I think, and it's really hard to see. It's a really small hot end.
So, okay.
Ik denk niet iets wat heel veel mensen doen, dus ook niet heel veel.
That's pretty cool.
Het was gewoon.
I can make some pictures
because
later.
And I'm going to.
I can make some pictures later on and put them on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
if you would, please.
I'm super excited for. I guess other than keep working on printers like that, I hope that we can do 3D printing metal at home. Like I think that'll be the next.
Yeah. We have seen a metal printer at the meetup in Sweden.
Mhm.
That thing was freaking cool, man.
And freaking expensive.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen how the desktop metal printers work? They basically take like a standard proprietary filament, printed at pretty much regular processing temperatures, and then run it through an oven and cook it. Like I think the minute we
Sintering, no.
non-proprietary and get it into the community, like we're going to see a huge change in the level of stuff people are going to make.
Well,
You just have to wait for somebody to make it.
I hope it will come fast and cheap-ish.
I think it will take some time before it really happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw the filament for them. They look more like hot glue gun sticks than actually a continuous roll. And I think that's because the filament is so brittle that you can run it through. So, maybe it's going to take a little bit more thought. But, people are making their own, granule grinders for 3D printers. I can totally see somebody at home making it themselves.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a case of, can somebody make that filament? Is there a way of manufacturing it ourselves?
Well, there is a company in the US that does metal filament that is pretty like 95% metal.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There are printable with normal printers. So basically, you just need a sintering oven.
Yep. And will they actually sinter and burn out as well?
yeah, I could try that once I have my preheating furnace. I could try that. What is the company called? What is the company called?
Glowforge. This one.
The resin that you the filament that you just talked about.
There are some. I can't remember the name.
Virtual Foundry.
Virtual Foundry. Yeah.
It was not Glowforge for the one we saw, Palko.
Which one did we see then? Because my brain is going from left to right, and I have no idea anymore.
Well, Glowforge is a laser, a 3D laser.
Glowforge is the laser cutter.
Yeah. The name was something with Forge.
Yeah, it was similar like that, but.
Oh, damn it.
Yes, but I will try to get some of that stuff from Virtual Foundry to see to test it out. Yeah, and I just go the classic way. I use resin that burns out, and then I embed it in a castable material, burn it out, and then just cast it in metal.
Yeah, it was a Markforge printer.
The Bentley.
Oh yeah, that lays down carbon fiber thread, doesn't it?
They do metal printing as well now as well.
Yeah, they do metal. Yeah.
We asked for the price and we just took another beer.
and that beer was already expensive.
Damn, €7 for a half a liter.
Crazy. Yeah, the Mark Forge printers are amazing, though. The surface quality on those parts is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sure, if I actually can post links in the chat.
So I've been to the
do
Form
it, I
Next
will accept it.
exhibition twice already. That takes place in, I think, November every year in Frankfurt. And if you have the chance to visit that one, you should definitely give it a try, because there you can see everything in XXL.
Oh, nice.
CNC milling and 3D printing or laser sintering, everything in industrial size.
Nice.
It's really awesome. It's really awesome. It's totally different than Murph and Earth and Meet Up in Sweden or in Great Britain, you know. So yeah.
When I went to SolidWorks World last year, it was similar. So they've got like gigantic big CNC 5-axis machines churning metal, and it's really entertaining to watch.
Nice.
To see laser cutters doing their thing and milling machines and lathes, and like I just want all of the toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a CNC and a laser cutter on my list.
Yeah. I mean the Shapeoko and things like that now in terms of CNC are so cheap. I mean cheap compared to what they would have been.
Yeah. The only problem is, you need to have a separate space. You can't have them in your living room, really.
No.
Yeah, I don't think my wife would be happy if I try and put it in the living room.
I think the Shapeoko did do an enclosed one though that was actually quiet enough you can actually run it in your office.
That's nice.
It's more for people doing PCBs because it was quite expensive and it was really thick aluminium extrusion. You know, it's
who's next to an enclosure for their work bay?
Yeah.
They had one of those at their 3D meetup, and that enclosure makes a massive difference.
Oh, I bet it does. I mean, a lot of CNC cutting, especially when it comes to metals and woods, is really high frequency sounds. Unfortunately, high frequency sounds are the easiest to kill in terms of sound deadening materials. It's the bass sounds that are impossible to get rid of.
Yeah, we have the company I work for. We have also our CNC milling machine, 5-axis, and it can mill acrylics, metal, resin, and chrome cobalt. And you know the noise, as you just said, that it makes is really so annoying.
Yep.
And even on plastics, you know, it is really awful.
It's such a high pitched shrill.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so you cannot stay in the same room. You get crazy. So when I have to work in that room, I always wear those Bose headphones, and I don't even have to put on music. I just put them on noise cancellation, and then it's kind of okay.
Yeah. Having a garage, I think, will enable me to have some more noisy tools. But yeah, no, it'll be good. But yeah, I think for me, definitely getting things like the Shapeoko will be the next big step for me. Because to me, they're not too dissimilar from 3D printers. It's just instead of having a hot glue gun squirter at the end, they've got a drill.
Yeah.
But why is Shapeoko not like a work bee or something?
I looked at the Work BMC. There's an Inception Machines in the UK as well. Make one. The reason I like the Shapeoko was probably the same reason I like the Lulzbot, in the fact that it's got a fairly large community. And also, I'm not an expert on CNC, so if there's a large community already servicing that piece of kit, when things go wrong, people are going to just instinctively know more. I think if I knew more about CNC, I'd probably pick something else. But I guess when I'm new to something, I want to pick something that lots of people are using, and there are lots of people using the Shapeoko. One of the guys I follow a lot on YouTube as well, Winston Moy, he does a lot of work on how he produces all of the cam stuff in Fusion 360, and he CNCs directly on the Shapeoko. So I guess for me, it was kind of, well, I can already design in Fusion 360, and he's using a Shapeoko. So for me, it made sense because it means I can just follow his lessons really and learn like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, there's definitely probably some cheaper, more cost-effective ones than the Shapeoko, but I guess for the extra couple £100 difference it was going to be, it just meant I could follow along.
Yeah.
Cheat. Well, not cheat, but just learn.
Scala,
Yes.
are you planning on more electronic projects for the mystery box, because I'm now building the thingy that Mia doesn't want to know about.
Spoilers!
Yes, I do want to do a lot more electronic projects. I do have 2 that I have lined up with prices and sources, but I can't warrant spending the money out until I've got the boxes each month.
Okay.
So everyone, get the boxes. They are awesome. They are really, really awesome. I know it. I got all of them.
Yes, you have.
I-
You have. Yeah, you both have. You both had every month so far, haven't you?
Have you got a link?
Put it into
oh yeah,
the
I have
chat.
it open
Come
here.
on.
No,
I am.
do
You know,
have
it is.
open?
I didn't realize till I joined the 3D Hangout last time that I am so out of loop with the 3D printing community, because people just talk about these things that everybody knows about, and I just go, I don't know what that is.
It's about time.
I know.
Oh, shit,
It's
shit,
what happens
shit.
when you spend all of your time just printing and sanding and not actually going on the internet.
Just take the box. Take the box. It's a perfect start for you.
Yeah, I will. I'd love
You
to.
would love it.
What is it like? I guess I'll find out.
Sorry, one of our members are leaving, so I'm
Oh.
covering the dog now.
Hi.
Best dog ever.
Give him a hug, please.
Don't be like Jon Snow.
Oh, damn it. My laptop says I don't have enough battery, so I need to find my charger again.
You have to go back into the dark.
Into the darkness.
Mhm.
Oh.
The dark side has cookies.
What is it?
Well,
What is it?
I got some Wham Bam stickers for next month's box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So is
nice.
it like just a pile of like cool stuff? Is it a cool stuff?
All
box?
right, you get.
Like sell it to me like I've never heard about it before.
Come on, Scalda.
You get 4 sample rolls of filament.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like 20 meters.
20 meters. So they're a good length to be able to print something fairly decent.
Mm-hmm.
You also get. I've got to use this one because I haven't got the other thing. But you also get electronic parts for a project that month. Electronic or mechanical parts.
Nice.
I say this month was that.
It's not, you're not able to tell it yet. It's still a mystery.
Mia hasn't opened a box yet, so yeah.
I just haven't opened it yet. It's my fault. I'm
I
sorry.
I already know what it is because somebody said something about it on Twitter. I think I saw it.
Yeah.
It's also in the site.
So yeah, you get 4 samples.
Yep.
Mechanical or electrical parts for a project from somewhere. Whether I've done it, Mia's done one month, and this month it comes from Thingiverse. So I bought the parts for that.
Nice.
You also get I won't use that one because Mia don't know what's in the box. You get a 3D printing based accessory.
I love
So that's a Capricorn cutter that I got back for February's box, I think it was.
Nice.
Could have been
Okay,
manual
cool.
boxes, but yeah.
Used it multiple times. It's really handy to.
Yeah, this one I keep in the drawer. So I've got a bunch of them.
Okay, so it's like 3D printing filaments and something project related to do with 3D printers.
And an accessory.
And an accessory, and then one subscriber each month gets a chance of getting something of a higher price.
Okay.
So this month was a 3D pen.
Nice. Okay.
So,
Okay, cool. So it's definitely like those mystery boxes, but for 3D printing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pretty much. So I started 3D printing back February last year. Been a long time coming that I've wanted to get into it. Finally got some Amazon vouchers, and I was able to buy my ANET A8.
Yeah.
Which was a brilliant printer.
Yeah.
I never had, once I put it together and got it tuned in, not a problem. It printed some great stuff, so on and so forth. And then Josh over Alien 3D in the US, he started his UFO mystery boxes.
Yeah.
and started to do that. And I was in a predicament that I was like, I don't want to spend all this money out on a full roll filament if one, I can't use it, two, I don't like it, and I wanted to be able to get the Alien 3D box to try those samples and so on. And then a couple of months went on, and I couldn't get it because the shipping was expensive.
Yep.
And it just made it. And then also the filaments were mostly from the US, so it was going to cost me a leg.
Like, I really like this filament, but I now can't buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't buy it because it cost X amount to get it.
Yeah.
So I came into a little bit of inheritance just before Christmas. I was like, right, I'm going to do this. I think it's a great service that people over here not need to, but could be useful to them.
Yeah.
To allow people to try materials they haven't tried before. Let's say I hadn't tried PETG until I started this box.
Nice.
I hadn't tried flexible filament until I got flexible for the box. So it's a way to allow people to try materials, colours, different companies from Europe, UK, basically places. If I can get it, then you can get it if you like it.
Got you. Okay. Yep.
And then also you get a 3D printed, a 3D printed accessory. So a useful accessory, which will be useful, like the Capricorn PTFE tubing cutter.
Oh, okay.
Or I've had
the side cutters.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had
that was perfect.
Yeah, pack spatulas, and I've had a few other things, and then also a project.
Nice.
So maybe you don't not got into that project, or maybe you 3D print for something, and maybe it's an electronic project that may get you into a little bit of soldering.
Yeah,
or
nice.
It's something like that. So it's, and then one subscriber each month gets a higher tier product, whether it's a more expensive companion to go with the accessory in the box, or something completely out there like a 3D pen this month.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that's really cool. I like it.
But I also launched at 3D Meetup. I did a filament only box, so that's now launched. So you get the 4 filaments from the full box, and you also get the 1 filament from my lower tier of a mystery bag, which you get 1 sample, which is going to be PLA only, with all the general stickers and everything.
Yeah, nice.
And I launched both of those. So that's pretty much what it is.
Awesome.
It came out of the fact that I couldn't warrant spending money on filament if I can't get on with it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So that's what it's about.
Yeah, I got burnt quite early on when I used to use verbatim filament pretty much solely. That was the only filament I used for a long time, and it was great until I had problems. It went really brittle for a while. So I started looking for new filaments. So everyone was raving on about how brilliant ColorFab was. So I bought ColorFab, and the printer just did not like it. It didn't matter what I did. It would just clog up the head at every opportunity it could get.
Yeah.
So, and that was the moderately priced PLA from ColorFab. That wasn't the cheapo one.
Yeah.
So anyway, flash forward 2 years, I went, oh, they've got a deal on the really cheap one. Let's try that. The cheap one prints really well.
Oh my god.
So I totally feel that pain that people have, because filaments are expensive, especially when you're buying kilogram reels at a time, and it feels like such a waste to have them sat on the shelf.
Especially the more premium ones.
Oh yeah, it's like I had the Amelin silk a couple of months back, the purple silk, and that was 30.
I love that one.
Yeah, I know. £32 a kilo that was.
Yeah.
And for me, I wouldn't have bought that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have bought that straight out if I didn't think I could print with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, the Lulzbot, fortunately, other than flexibles, takes pretty much everything you throw at it. But every now and again, there's just some things it just does not like.
Yeah.
Every printer has, their specific filaments that it don't like.
Yeah, I had the Everyone rainbow filament. I printed out 2 vases at the 3D Meetup, no problem whatsoever.
Yep.
I got the Predator back home, and I printed out the 3D scan of my wife, and I had under extrusion like nobody's business. I stuck it on the end of 3, and I printed out 3 models, no problems.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's just strange how some filament can be affected like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got sent some Form Futura once, and I think they're only like 750 gram reels, but they're also like 25, 30 pounds, but it's really, really good filament. But for what I need, I could never justify spending that amount for something that was just going to be a mold master. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I had some of the Form Futura R Titan recycle set.
Yeah,
and that that was in last month's box, and all the spoils that I did, all cracked.
Oh, really?
Completely split.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I have
unfortunate.
Form Futura here. It's really
From
awesome.
that mistake, I learned that this month when I had the carb-loaded PET G from Environmind, that I didn't put it on the cardboard core. I just wound it up and then put it in the bag, and I didn't back it.
Yeah, was that
it's still a learning
too
curve.
tight, or what was the problem?
I think it was just too brittle. I think I need to come up with a way that I can wind it and warm it at the same time. So just up to like a subtle temperature, just to warm it up slightly, just to get it onto the core.
Oh, okay. So are you winding it onto onto a smaller core?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's the problem. That's it gets some micro fractures, and there's
it's just
oh yeah, okay. Yep, I see it. Yep.
So do you have a motor to do that, or how do you wind it?
I've got
a drilling tool or something.
Yeah, basically I made up a holder for my mini spool, and it goes on my drill, and then I've got the filament on there, and then I've got a fishing line counter.
Oh, nice.
And it is extremely accurate how well it goes through it. And it just counts it out, 20 meters, cut it, done.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Could you post a link where to find that?
The counter?
Yeah.
It's just a generic fishing line counter.
I've never heard about
No, I've
something
never
like
heard.
that. It's
I would
first
actually
time.
find that really useful to monitor the length of a print generally.
A Thingiverse page, actually. I was looking for a counter to be able to count it, and someone has actually designed a mounting around that counter.
Oh, nice. How high does it go up to numerically?
3 digits.
Oh, nice. Okay, so plenty.
Yeah, so more than enough if you're going to run like a full spool through it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just wondered about putting one on the side of the printer actually, just to actually see how much filament actually got used on a print.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I would be interested to, just to really physically see it.
Because I always kind of price my prints based on what Simplify 3D tells me, but I'm not sure how much I should always trust it.
Yeah, that's true. It depends on the filaments, and it depends on the density. So basically, if just a few decimals are off, the entire length isn't accurate anymore.
Yeah,
so
absolutely,
if you got dialed it in perfectly and you get the perfect density and length and everything, you get pretty exact amounts. But if it's a little bit off, times don't work.
I mean, I would hope that I'm never going to quote somebody so close to the real 100% price that it would be a problem. But just as a point of accuracy, it would certainly be nicer to be able to know exactly how much filament came through on a print.
There you go. I just popped in the
calculation.
YouTube chat. That's the filament usage meter.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That was the guy that I found it from.
Please tell me it doesn't do. Please tell me it does 2.85 millimeter.
I don't know.
I would guess not.
Well, you need another printer.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
but no. To be fair, it should do 2.85. You just have to make the holes a little bit bigger that feeds it through.
Oh, okay.
Because it just
the length is the
along
same.
the bottom of it, so it should still be the same length.
Yeah, I need to have a look at that. That's fine. Maybe I can remix it if that's a problem.
But no, I don't see. Well, it measures fishing line, and how thin is fishing line?
Fishing line's pretty thin, so yeah.
Yeah, compared to me running 1.75 through, it's still.
Yeah, what's another 1.2 millimeters between friends?
Well, you'll have to try it out and report back.
Yeah, I will definitely. You know, and that seems like the kind of length of project I can fit into someone who's moving house.
That's definitely something easy enough to do. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Those counters are pretty cheap and robust, actually.
Yeah, nice. I've literally never. I didn't even know measuring fishing line was a thing. Like,
I never went fishing.
I mean, I went fishing, but like, do you not just put it on until there's enough? Like,
until it's full.
Is for having just the right amount of length of fishing line.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, that's not competition grade, Phil. You've got 1 meter extra fishing line.
I get 5 on top.
Oh, dearie me. Yes. No, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. That'll be good fun. Okay, well, I'm going to head off because I do want to go catch that Hellfest stream. So I'm going to go tune into that. But thank you very much for having me along. It's been lovely to hang out with you guys for a bit.
Thanks for coming by. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The house will be sold.
They're keeping fingers crossed.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Ow.
So,
Oh, your cat came by?
yeah, but she's totally wet. It's raining outside.
Okay.
she's half the size. She's half the size she normally is. So, but she always needs help to get on the chair. And
or she just disappears.
It seems to be raining outside. I have to jump downstairs to see if I have everything closed. I'll be back in a moment. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Chasing the cat. Cat's chasing the cat.
So, Mia, when are you going to open the box?
Tomorrow, she said.
Tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise. I have a day off tomorrow. It's pretty
tomorrow
rare
is
that
in
I
like
have
tomorrow is in like 2 minutes, right?
yeah, but I have to sleep in the meantime. A little bit at least.
Oh, you can open it now and.
No, I want to do an unboxing video.
You want to be surprised.
Well, it is on video right now.
Yeah. It's a different ball. It's different.
No, I want to do an unboxing video. I hope I can set it up correctly because I had to move my desks a little bit to get the air conditioner in here because it's so humid. It's absolutely, the air is almost unbreathable. It's so, I had 90% humidity this morning and I found out that just the counter doesn't get any higher. So I don't have really any idea how high it was. It's like breathing water. It's and it's so hot and it's like I can't explain. It's just horrible, and it's horrible for printing as well.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to have a bit of a problem with humidity in here. I know what I need. I need a humidity and temp sensor.
So that's the next project?
That could very well be the next project.
Oh, why not?
You know what?
Right, I have some documentation from it. Let's see. Because at NerdSpace we have multiple temp sensors to see what the temp and humidity and stuff is.
I think they can be hacked. You can get those, I think, pretty cheap from Wish or AliExpress or something like that. And you can just build something around them to make it a weather station or something like that.
Yeah.
Weather station would be something cool.
Yeah, that would be quite good, actually. I wonder if there's a design out there.
Can make some nice cloud and rainbow. Okay, I'm.
Yeah, something like that, Mia, huh?
Something like that, but bigger because you have to read the numbers on it.
Yeah.
With a rain cloud and a rainbow and the sunshine and snow. I don't know. A little weather frame, maybe.
Oh, it just came apart. I have to glue it back together.
It's just a drop off super glue.
Okay.
It's fine again.
Yeah.
ESP 8266 base weather station.
Sorry?
An ESP 8266 based weather station.
Yeah.
Is it open source thing?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on Thingiverse.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ESP ones, Nerdspace did the first translation of the manual. It was first a Chinese manual, and Nerdspace did the translation of it.
All right.
And now that's our most watched page for the ESP 8266.
Very nice.
Okay.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, I'm already on it.
You're working on it.
Sorry, I have like a soldering iron 10 centimeters off my hand now. So
Okay.
If it's off, it's not a problem, right?
You know me. It's not
Okay.
off.
Yeah, the 8266 is in the Wemos board that you're using now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Hot. But I screwed up one pin. Now I'm trying to desolder.
A weather station I would be really interested in, but I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
ESP.
Soldering is not that hard.
Yeah, I can solder. If I can solder on metal crowns, I think I could also solder that stuff. Oh, magic cube, desktop widget, clock. Lots of stuff popping up if you search for that on Thingiverse.
Yeah, it's a pretty big. Well, it's a small device, but the community is pretty big because you can do all the domotica and stuff also with it.
A solar-powered Wi-Fi weather station. Wow. E-paper weather station. Oh, I like that. I'll just share.
I can also just use another thing.
Share the whole. Let's see here. When you search for that, there's so many weather stations popping up. I like the e-paper thing. E-paper weather station.
Yeah, e-paper is great.
That looks so cool. It's not full color. It's only black and white, but it looks cool. Oh god. Are you also having a thunderstorm outside, or is it just local?
It's really quiet over here.
Yeah, because we had it last night or this.
Well,
last
3 nights or something like that.
Yeah, the night before there was hagel. What's it called in English?
Hail.
Hail. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we had that here too.
So such big.
Oh yeah.
It ruined our
blinds.
No, the Vordach. What is it called?
The roof over
the
your
roof for our
main door entry.
Main door on the back side. The
terrace.
Yes.
Oh my
it's completely perforated.
I was on my bike last Wednesday when it was hailing really hard. So that was not great.
No,
that must hurt.
Oh well, that temperature and humidity sensor is really small.
Yeah, there's not a lot of electronics in a humidity or temperature sensor actually.
No.
That would be a project, huh?
I love that.
I think we're going to have a weather station for July's box.
Perfect.
So before what date do we need to order to get the July box?
Oh, okay, it's the end of the month.
So please tell me when if that really is going to happen, because then I'm going to buy one. I will not subscribe because it's too expensive, to do it on a regular basis. But if you tell me when this weather station would be available, I would order that one.
I'm going to do it for July's box. So as long as it's bought before July, then I will send it out in July, because obviously I'm going to have to order these and they're not going to be here before the end of the month.
So basically, you can order right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 7 days time issue.
Yeah, I need to wait first. I might have a few big bills coming up this week, so I need to make sure those aren't coming actually.
No, as long as it's in before the 1st of July.
Yeah, so that's next.
Then I will order it for July.
Yeah. Okay. I might order it.
I tend to do the month before is ordering for the next month.
Yeah.
Because I have to wait for all the money to come through and that.
Yeah.
I tend to
understandable.
And then in August we can do it. In August we could do then a community live build on it.
Oh, that would be great.
So everybody pre-prints the parts, gets their solder irons ready or orders them, and then we could do a live.
And then let's see who finishes fast.
And everybody has to wear something crazy on that one. Do a combination.
We can get that done.
Soldering with onesies, I seriously don't recommend, because those things are flammable.
Hey, can we do that in a few SMD parts?
Yeah, if you can do that.
It's nice to solder around SMD parts.
Oh, I seriously hate it.
They are easier through a hole sometimes.
I have a question. I have a rework station, and that soldering iron is kind of big on that one. Is that then a soldering iron, or is that only for reworking because it's bigger?
Does it blow hot air, or is it just a hot?
No, it has two nozzles. One for blowing the hot air, and one is like a soldering iron, but it seems to be bigger than a normal one.
Okay, yeah, that's probably is sort of research, but you can use it for normal soldering as well. But it's more meant for reworking.
Reflowing.
Yeah, reworking, repairing things like that.
So I might have to get a smaller.
But you can probably just change the tip itself. You don't need to get a whole new iron.
Yeah, but I think it makes a difference if you work like that.
Oh yeah.
Or if you can work like that.
Yeah.
Because you have more control over.
If it's really long, you might need to get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They are pretty cheap, like $10 or so for a really cheap one.
Would you recommend a soldering iron that has a heat control on it, or just?
Yeah, definitely heat control.
Yeah. Post the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you please post a link for a new?
I don't have one here right now, but I think I got mine for like 70 or 80 euros like that a few years ago, and basically what you want to
70 euro is kind of a high price for me. That might not be soldering that often. So if you have,
look for this one. It's a really nice one with controllable temperatures and.
Okay. Where did you get that one? AliExpress or?
Well, you can get it like
Amazon?
everywhere. I got it from a Dutch site.
Yeah.
Okay, I will just throw that into Google.
I got a kit, a very, very cheap kit with the soldering iron and what is it called? Where you can measure the yes, and some other stuff in there. What about 25 euros, I think, for the entire kit. And the soldering iron is not great, but it works. It does its job, and it has different tips. So if you can wait a while until it's hot, so it works quite great.
Being able to exchange tips is really important. Because for smaller components you need to have a smaller tip. So, and for the bigger through hole you want a bit bigger tip. But yeah, if you are soldering more often, then yeah, you want to spend a bit more.
That's a
So-
pretty good
Yeah,
tip.
definitely. I just
Yeah.
got it for repairs or a few little projects just to get started. If I would do it more often, I would spend
Yeah.
more money on it. But it was just I just needed one, and
Yeah.
that was the money I had. So yeah.
I think I got this one when I was studying electronics. So I was doing a lot of electronics at university and also at home. So yeah, it was a really
Okay.
useful investigation.
So I will measure mine. You know, that is on the rework station. I will share with somebody from you, and
Yeah.
then we could compare the length.
Yeah,
to
you
see.
you probably want to get a temperature controlled one as well, because different. You had the previous one with lead, and you have now lead-free solder, and those are different temperatures. So and also if a component is bigger, you want a bit higher temperature and things like that.
So the one that I have also has a LCD control, so you can adjust everything
Yeah.
really nicely. But as I said, this
Yeah.
handle might be too long, but I have to compare it.
Yeah,
Maybe they are that size.
Yeah, and maybe you just need to try it as well. That sometimes mine is pretty small. It's hard to see, but basically it's like this size is the tip. So it's like 5 centimeters from where you hold it to the tip.
Okay, 5 centimeters. Okay, I'll note that down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm using this one, as you can see, and the tip is pretty far away.
Yeah, it's like a bit longer as mine. It looks like
I know.
Yeah.
I just have to get it from the from up here. If you just wait a moment, I could unpack it from in.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can show off what I have there.
So now we are showing off soldering irons.
Why not?
for the people that are just coming in. What the hell? Oh. What? So you didn't even got it out of the box.
I don't think she heard it yet.
Okay. Gotcha, can you hear us?
Yes, I will have to do like what?
Did you even got it outside of the box, or?
I can do an unboxing. I had it out of the box, but when I moved, I put it back in the box. You know, so here it is. Ta 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 ta! Oops.
Whoa.
I don't know if you can see it. That's quite. So this is the hot air gun here.
Yeah. Hot air guns are really nice to use as well.
Yeah.
Buzz, we also need.
I thought I could use it for repairing, you know, or ironing or something like that. That would be very cool. And the soldering part. Moment. Oh, it is small. I thought it was bigger. Excuse me. So I think it's just like.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah,
Okay.
You should just try that. Yeah.
You know, as an advanced technician, the stuff that I work when I'm working in the lab is something like that. You see, so you hold it here, and the tip is right here. So the distance, I'm used to short distances. So when I had this first time in my hand, I thought, oh my goodness, how could I ever work with this? It's far too far away. But if this is common, if this is normal, then it's okay. And what I wanted to know, what is this fork for? What is this used for? It was in the field.
I have no idea.
I think to remove the part or the tip of the hot air gun.
To remove the tip of the hot air gun.
Just
okay. You're right. Okay. So I undo the screw here.
Yeah, and then you can remove.
I just lift it off.
Because that tip is getting also really hot, so you don't want to touch it at all.
But it will fall. So I don't know if that makes so much sense.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
Yeah, I rather use the tweezer. Okay, so
But yeah,
It's gone.
but it's I don't know, it's non company. It just says rework station.
I think it's an Aoya as well. Looking at the color.
Yeah, made in China. I don't know. No idea.
What is it made in China?
852D plus. If you Google that, I got it on Amazon.
That's
I think they should still sell it there. 852D plus.
852D.
Right, everyone. I'm gonna have to head off.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I think we can all together just stop if you want, or if you just tell me, we can also go on chatting. Somebody else wants to go to bed, or just tell me.
No, I'm going to say bye, and I'll let you sort out yourself. But thank you for having me,
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
and I will see you all on Twitter, YouTube, whatever.
Oh,
Definitely.
And Pokem will have a chat about that weather station.
That would be cool.
Sure do.
But that's pizza.
Awesome.
I'm going in. I'm going to bed.
Sleep tight,
okay.
mate.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh, thank
Bye.
you for having me. Take care, all.
Bye bye. So you guys, if do you want to go on chatting, or should we call it good?
I
I'm
don't care.
fine with
honest.
going on.
Yeah, I dropped that nozzle and I can't find it now anymore
It's
after
gone.
lifting it off.
The
You'll
cat will
never
find
find it
it.
ever
Yeah,
again.
here it is. So I think I spent like 99 euro on this one. So I think it was a
Yeah,
quite good deal.
that seems to be reasonable for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I never really used it. I could
It's
do an
about time.
unboxing. I could do an unboxing, and so I put everything back, and then I could do an unboxing about it.
It looks like an Aoya.
Oh yeah.
No,
Okay.
it isn't. It's it's a yeehaw. Yeah, I
Oh.
know it's totally
Yeah.
different. It's a sound that a cat makes.
Yeah. Like a cowboy, huh?
Cowboy cat.
Cowboy cat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going dead.
With a little hat on it. Do you know this cat with a pirate suit?
Yeah.
Cat with a pirate suit? No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a gif of a cat walking in a pirate suit. Doesn't make sense, but it's funny.
Yes.
So, how many people are watching this nonsense? Let me see.
Well, at least one nerd spacer.
Oh,
and
16 viewers. Wow.
16 viewers. That has
That's
nothing
nice.
to do.
That's
Awesome
okay.
that you're here and that you're watching us, because we have no idea what we are doing here. But I hope you enjoy what we are doing.
Well, I'm building that ScaldYT project, so I'm doing something.
Okay.
I'm just quitting you.
I'm actually trying to fix physical Pong.
Download and compile the source code. I don't want.
Carl, what do you have? What is this container thing that you have next to you on the table? Is it a
This thing here?
Hydrator?
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a food hydrator, but I use it for drying filament.
Ah, okay.
Like everyone else.
Well.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works really well. It's so you just put in a raw filament or two, and it's dry in a few hours.
3D Maker Noob made a video about it, right?
Yeah.
That's how I got it. I got it for like 30 euros or something like that.
Oh,
they're about that. Yeah, I have one on my Amazon watch list, like forever.
Yeah, there was one. I got it really cheap for one discount after Joe posted it, and I think it was 30 euros or something like that.
Wow.
Nice.
On Amazon UK.
Okay. So what issues do you have when you? How do you see when if your filament is humid or not? Because I've tested so much filament, but I never got if
Well,
it's something.
It's brittle.
It's brittle.
And it makes tiny blobs, and it starts to knistern. It makes like sounds
like
when
boiling?
it extrudes. It's like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
I never have that, so
But
it's not humid.
PLA is not that. Doesn't have that problem that much. It's more the PETGs, the flexible filaments, and things like that.
Okay.
But PLA, you can also, depending. Some PLAs also.
The whites are getting wet pretty easy.
Yeah. And also, for example, I had some Meta Hackers built, and that was really, really bad. And some others have no problem at all. So it really depends on the manufacturer as well.
Okay. So, I have had this extruder stuff that I told you about before that I'm using for printing those maps. I use extruder NX1, it's called, and I don't even put it in a bag, and it just prints. That's pretty cool.
I can't do that here. It's way too humid here. If I don't put it back in the bags with the little silicone bags, they would get humid. Even the PLAs.
Really?
Okay. The fancy ones are pretty getting pretty humid. Getting humid pretty easy as well. So if you get the rainbows or something like that, they catch water that's like crazy, depending on what is in there. So if it's just plain PLA, you won't have any issues. But if they got some other stuff in it, like the glitter or the shiny stuff, it usually everything you add can change the entire product. So the shiny ones are I pack and seal them very well because they usually get more easily brittle. They don't make those popping noises, but they're not as flexible anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. But for example, PETG is pretty bad in general, and flexibles are really bad. If you are printing with flexibles, you really want to make sure they are dry before printing.
Even if you're not in a humid environment, they'll catch water like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was something that I wanted to try in the near future, because I've got some samples from Richard from Printech.
3D Printech, yeah.
3D Printech, and he just with the last delivery, he just included 3 samples of flexible, and I've never tried that, so I think I will give it a try. But they're still sealed in those little bags, so I think it should be good.
Yeah, they should be good.
So if they are closed very well. But if it's stringing a lot as well, then it might be humid as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, stringing is for PTG a very great indicator. If it's that stringing like crazy, it's wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry that I'm rebuilding my place here.
What microphone do you have there? Is it a special?
I have it's a really cheap Shure one.
Okay.
It has a pretty nice sound. Sounds much better than what I have here. But I'm using my webcam, so
it's okay quality, but it's like 20 euros or something like that. So for a microphone, it's really cheap.
Yeah, I also have this clip-on thing here. It's also very cheap. I don't know what I sound like.
You sound pretty normal.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't even know if it's stereo or mono.
Mono, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe every microphone is mono.
What the hell
So Luke was. I think Luke was
arranging our maker spaces.
I think Luke.
I need to reprogram Physical Pong because I made a mistake.
Oh, okay. I think Luke was using the snowball microphone. Did you see it? His was like a ball, shaped like a ball. Those are quite nice also.
Yeah, there was just something over the microphone itself.
What kind of square is that on that table?
That is physical Pong, the project I've been working on for a while.
Ah,
Only
okay.
I replaced the top plate, so it's now
Whoop,
plexiglass.
Be careful! Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah.
And it's broken.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you can put us down to just do your thing, man.
Nah.
Is it finished yet? Paul, is it finished?
Not completely yet. It's there are still some issues in there.
Oh,
Like
look
software or hardware?
Mostly software.
Okay, software is easily fixable.
Yeah.
You just take one bug down and then you have like 20 more.
I know. I'm a software developer, so I know that for sure.
Look here.
Aww,
Oh.
such a cutie.
Oh, she's so wet.
Wet cat.
Wet cat. Yeah. Look here, a special towel for my wet cat.
Aww.
It's a microfiber towel, which I always have here, because at the moment it rains quite often.
Yeah,
She already knows this. When I come with this towel, she already knows that it's for her.
I think she's enjoying it because cats normally don't like it being wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cat just really goes under the shower.
Really?
And then you feel something wet and hairy, and then you, what the hell are you doing here?
She's going under the shower with you?
Yeah.
No way.
I have one big cat that just sits down next to me in the shower and goes like, yum, yum, yum.
Really? I've never heard about that the cat loves water like that.
It's
That's
I
crazy.
don't have normal animals at home. They're all just weird.
That are the best kinds of animals. Mine are weird too. My both cats are not the smartest ones. The black one, Boba, you saw last time, he isn't even able to land on his feet if he's falling down. It is, you always have to watch out what he's doing because he usually falls over a rolled stone somewhere and he is not able to land on his feet. Every cat can do that. He can't.
That's.
I don't know what went wrong with this cat, but.
Well, it can be worse.
So, Paul, are you ready?
Yeah, I needed to reprogram it and should be working again now.
Okay. Oh God. Getting tired. So the longest print I have ever done is now on the print bed. It's a map, and I think in total it will be like 100 hours.
Whoa.
That's pretty long.
That's even longer than my longest.
Yeah, and you know why? Because I'm trying a new slicer, and I didn't. It didn't tell me, you know,
the time.
What time it would take.
Which slicer did you use?
It's called Ice SL.
Ah, that's one of those we were talking about last time.
And the print quality is by far better than what I've used before, because normally I'm using Simplify 3D or Cura, but this one here has even a better print quality, and you can just draw where you can mark it, and then you can say, okay, in this region I want to have this and this speed, so you can just mark it.
Oh.
And if you're open, and if you're good at OpenSCAD or what it's called, it's programmable.
It's OpenSCAD.
Yeah,
OpenSCAD.
Yeah, OpenSCAD. If you are fit in that, you can combine it. You can do crazy things, and then there's it's called Ice SL Forge. So that's for the crazy guys that know how to program.
That's
I
something
will.
that
I
was.
will. You should get a look at it. It's kind of
Can
you know
post the
the
link?
yeah. I will have to search for it. Moment. ISL. His is a little bit different to what you might be used to, but once you get a hang of it, it's really nice. And I think it's still under construction, so it's not the end of the.
It's sort of a beta, or
yeah, I think it's a permanent beta.
permanent beta.
So yeah, but you can already use it if you.
But it is an
read
open
a little bit
source,
into
or
yeah, kind of. From my understanding, it's open source and has a big community where you can ask them to implement new features and stuff. And I think it's open source because everybody can program on it, you know.
yeah. If everybody can join, so it has to be an open source, because otherwise you just have some parts of it which you can work on. But if you can basically work on the entire thing, it's probably an open source.
Doesn't
Yeah.
need to. It's
So I just posted the link. I think you guys you should be able to work with it much easier than I, or much better than I have been up to this point, because you know more about coding or programming, but I cannot. I was so proud that I was able to create my own filament profile. Yeah.
it doesn't.
You should be proud of that.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
look like to be open source actually.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's just free to download, but it's not.
But
Not free to edit.
But they have a community, and
maybe it's open for some people. So basically,
Yeah.
if you subscribe for something, they can give you the code and stuff like that.
yeah.
What? Why are you laughing, Mia?
No special reason. I just listened to you singing, humming.
Sorry, I'm at my special place, and I just
That's
zone
all
out
right.
sometimes. and I want to have this project sort of finished.
Here it's Hackaday has reported about it, so I have no time to read about it now. But if Hackaday talks about it, it might be hackable, or I don't know.
Well, they don't have any open downloads for source code.
Oh, okay.
As far as I can
Not even
see.
a GitHub or something?
Yeah, they do have a GitHub, but there's only a few printer profiles and a few small parts.
Oh,
Weird.
okay.
Normally, it's when it's on GitHub.
Yeah,
it's pretty open.
as it said, it has adaptive layering, for instance. Yeah, and you can just mark where you want to apply the changes. So it's quite nice. And also different temperatures, different infills per layer. You can just mark it with a marker, and then you can just do that individually.
What kind of infills are available on it?
Oh, all the
just the
typical
grid
ones.
or
when I have to open up the slicer to tell you. And
Sorry for all the troubles.
No problem. Let me see. Where is it? Cavity grin slicing. Oh, where is it? Because it has different infills. Can't find it now. Slicing algorithm. It has these normal ones that we all know.
So basically the grid, the lines.
Yeah. And you can even paint the location where the seam should be. So if you have an arm on
that's great.
And then you can just paint it by yourself.
This is a feature I really would love to have on Prusa Slicer. That's such a pain to get the seam located there.
Fuck.
Am I blind? I cannot find it. Where is
I'm a little bit.
the infill?
Be right back.
I can't find the infill. I know that I was selecting something in there, but I cannot find it now. And you can even add as much extruders as you like, you know.
So basically, if you are working with a multicolor printer, so
yes,
basically
you could draw where you want to have the colors, I think, even. But you know, I didn't get into it very deep. But the few features that I have seen so far, they were so nice that I decided to give it a try on that map.
Sure.
And I really love it.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah. So that's just the starting point. And it has really funny supports that look different from everybody, everything that you have seen before.
Well, different doesn't have to be bad. Different might be even better sometimes. So you have the tree supports from Cura, you might know them, which look really, really weird, but they actually can be really good. Not for every model, but
I think I'm back.
Here you are. What happened?
My laptop rebooted for some reason.
Okay.
I'm not fully sure why yet, but I think it works now.
Okay, I'm back. I did a oopsie.
Today is definitely not the day for technique.
What is oopsie?
I got like 11 missed calls, all from one person.
Oh, missed calls.
And it was my girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't leave that alone. That's true.
Oops, you're a bad guy. You should take
And so I called back, and the only thing she said was, "I was sleeping." Click.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, I probably need to take her out of dinner or something tomorrow.
Yeah, you should, or at least bring flowers.
Nah, she hates
or
flowers.
print something nice for her.
Print one.
Yeah.
Print one for her.
Man, I fucked up.
Okay, but maybe we should go all to bed because I'm getting tired. What do you feel like?
I think my voice is going somewhere, but I'm not sure how long you can hear me. When I'm talking too long, my voice starts to getting darker and darker, and
it starts,
at one point it's gone.
It starts sounding sexy. So do you have to work tomorrow?
No, I have a free Saturday for once.
Yeah, same here.
It's a pretty rare occasion, so
cool.
I can sleep in, I can do the unboxing, and I can finally see what the project is.
Okay. Which I already know, and you don't.
Which you all know, but me.
Yeah,
and I don't even have the box.
Oh, okay. So all of you are subscribers, but not me, huh? It seems to be.
Oh, I'm not a subscriber.
Okay.
I'm subscribed, but yeah, it's one way to support the community, I guess.
Yeah, my problem with it is in general that I already have too much filament, and having the small amount of filament doesn't help.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
the same thing.
If there is something special, I might buy it. For example, that weather station I would like to have, and then I just buy it for that, but not just as general for the filaments.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love it because of the whole package. You get filaments, you get the project, you get an accessory, and it's basically everything you can use for something. So,
but yeah, you need to. I want to be this project something special, and that not something I don't know up front.
Yeah, I also want to know what's coming up, you know.
And
so
I already have a lot of crap around here that doesn't help either.
Yeah, for me, it's a surprise, because it's so expensive for me to get it here. I really would like to know what's in there, and then I would really just go for that one.
I think the shipping is also pretty expensive in general.
Yeah,
That's-
that's one part that sucks. In my eyes, it's kind of worth it because I support someone in the community.
Oh, yeah.
And I get stuff in exchange that's pretty cool. And I get to try a lot of filaments that I normally wouldn't buy a roll of.
Yeah.
And
you try
yeah.
something. This in this box there is a carbon filament, as far as I've seen.
Do you have a hardened nozzle for that stuff?
I'm always using a hardened nozzle, so because I'm using lots of glow in the dark, and you need a hardened nozzle for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I still have that hardened nozzle we got from Greg last year in Sweden.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I have it on a that nozzle costs like 40-50 bucks.
Yes.
I have it on a printer that's like 100 euros. So
Which company?
The nozzle alone is like
E3D.
50% of the.
Okay.
It is a Nozzle X prototype.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it from
Greg
in exchange for waffles.
No.
Oh, you told me that.
Oh,
you gave me some
Did we give him waffles last year? Yeah.
Last year we gave him some waffles
But
that we have left over.
But just a
And
few.
this year we
That
gave
was a
him
good
like 5
exchange
kilos
then.
of it.
That was a good exchange then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally worth it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Next year we need like a fucking van for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So next year we all go we all join in on the meetup in Sweden.
I try my best to it. Depends on what's on my path of life, to be honest, because you never know what happens.
It also completely depends on the date.
Yeah, for me that's the biggest issue.
For me, it's the money.
And yeah, money as well.
Yeah, I spend a little bit too much this year.
Well, especially the pellet tool was a bit expensive.
I got a invoice from MPO George for the for the filament box.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
No,
I don't want to be remembered.
I paid it basically 2 days later or something like that.
Yeah, the same here. I paid it and I want to forget about it because of everything. I didn't even look at my bank account for that whole month. I really didn't want to know what's on it.
I think the pellet was something like 600 pounds or something like that. So 700 euros of unplanned expenses.
Yeah, that's some months back already on my side, and I unboxed it. I tried it. I produced lots of waste filament, and it's sitting since February on the ground.
I love the thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, is it working?
I would
on your
love
side?
to try one. I never had the chance to play with one, so I really would love to give it a try.
It's a great thing. I still want to try the multi-material, so flexible with PLA or something like that. That's something I haven't tried yet.
You should swap. You both should swap. And Paul and Mia.
Yeah.
You have what she doesn't have, and the opposite. You could just swap for some time.
We should do some kind of machine and device circle. So basically, you ship one device to the other person and the other way around, so everyone gets to use something.
If I would live in Germany, which is not too far away from Paul and Palko, then I would do it. But my location is not so easy.
Not sure if you can see it, but it's actually signed.
Awesome.
Paul, are you going to show that special one?
Yeah, this one you mean over here?
Yeah. That's the autograph of Joseph Prusa, who signed a product of his competitor.
Oh.
That's so
But
awesome.
on the inside.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man, you should have seen his face.
Oh yeah. Well, not only, also George and Joe's face. That was even more about it.
They were like, "What?
Yeah.
What a nice day."
Oh, awesome. I really would love to join you next year.
But if you
I
are,
hope I can make it.
but if when you are at Nerd Space, Mia, I can bring it. It's really nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you guys come next time, we should set a date and we can all come. And
Yeah.
Katja, I don't know how far the Netherlands is for you.
It's like 800 kilometers or
Oh,
something. I don't know.
Eh,
900 kilometers. I have no clue.
so basically, 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big oof.
Maybe if I visit my mom next time, I could combine that. As I said, I would like to assemble this ultra benchy thingy
Yeah.
together with
that would
you
be
guys.
perfect. If we could all meet up for that,
Yeah.
we all come and build that ultra benchy together. I would so love that.
And
That will
hang
be
out
great.
and nerd together and
Yeah.
swap for 2 days some stuff.
We might.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
We just need to
meet up
plan
in
it.
Nerd Space.
Yeah, that would be cool. We should have to find a date.
Yeah.
Definitely. When I have a date, I can tell my boss when it is, so they
Yes.
can plan my schedule around it.
Yeah, best
So-
thing is after the summer vacation because
Yeah.
August, September?
get free
September?
this.
Well, September I am actually on holiday the whole month.
Okay, so
So-
afterwards.
Where the
Should
hell
it be
are you going?
in
Well,
August
but
or October?
I'm not fully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe beginning of September might work as well. So the first week or something like that.
I
Yeah,
have to
let's
see. In beginning of November, it's too late, so I can't. So I'm not available anymore because we have a full schedule because Christmas coming up.
Oh.
I-
But let's try the first week of September.
Let me see, because I already have a setup for all the courses there. So
it should probably be in a weekend, right?
Yes.
the first
can
week
you-
of September
It would be from.
could work. Yes, it could work.
Paul, can you bring your camera rig with you? Because then we
Yes.
can just live stream the heck out of it.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But it should be a weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So or 31 August,
Yes,
September
yes,
1, or
yes.
September 7, September 8. So one
Yeah.
of those 2 weekends, I guess.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because on the 29th of August I'm teaching a group from China, so I cannot. So I would have to drive up on Friday, 30th August, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so
the next-
basically, we could
That's
make a
the-
meetup for a Saturday, Sunday, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can already start at a Friday, so if Paul needs to drop stuff or so, I will be here then.
Yeah, you'll see. Well, my car can fit a lot of crap, so
Yeah, okay, but hey.
yeah. Just tell me, because on the 9th of September I have another group from China, so I think that seems to be the Chinese season, you know, teaching 2 groups from China. Yeah. Yeah, you
let's
just tell me. Just tell me.
let's try to find somewhere offline a date instead of
Yeah.
here and the stream.
Yeah, but maybe somebody wants to join in.
Yeah, 3D print
Yeah.
creator said he wanted to join in. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
That's-
You know, we need enough helping hands, and
Yeah.
if
The more the
somebody's
merrier.
If we have a date, we can put it on Twitter somewhere.
yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So let's close this. What do you think? Because I'm so tired.
Go to
I-
bed. Go to bed.
I actually want to wait till a print is finished, and it's going to take another 75 minutes. So
Okay.
You two girls go to bed, and
But then you have to.
Paul and I am gonna drink beer. And
Yeah, the
say
only problem
poker.
this is actually the last beer I have in the house. So
That sucks
You know,
for you
the
because
problem
I
is
still
that
have
I'm the
beer.
moderator. I started this whole thing, so I have a problem. I have to stay until the bitter end, you know.
Go to bed. We will just shut down with you two. It doesn't matter.
Oh God.
Everyone needs sleep or so, I guess. Because if you fall now asleep, then we have a stream of Katja sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she wants to see the recording afterwards.
No. And when I find out that I'm snoring, maybe that wouldn't be so nice. So
yeah.
what should I do that I wake up again? I don't know what's wrong with me.
But
Oh.
I think we
If
will need
you're,
to stop because it won't work if we all or the stream will continue even if we leave. So
If I go offline, everything's going to be offline.
Yeah.
Because I have the magic button, you know. I have I'm the mighty.
And we can press stop. So.
Well, let's go all offline then.
Yeah.
Paul, you can go watch your print or something. I don't know. I'm gonna drink beer with the guys, and you two girls go to sleep or something, I guess.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, thank you for everybody that joined in. So let me see how many viewers we still have. We have like 14 viewers still. So thank you for all of you that sticked with us for the entire stream. And
thanks for watching.
Yeah, nice to see that that you seem to like it. We're talking about. And thank you to our special guests. It was very informative, and thank you for the guys who jumped in spontaneously. It's always nice, yeah, to that happens, yeah. And I don't know if we're gonna have another one because when is the regular Friday hangouts?
Somewhere in August, I think.
Also, we can still continue
I,
this whole thing.
I think for some time, yeah.
Woo! Next Friday, I'm not going to be here. So Mia, if you want to stream, or Palko, if you want to start this whole thing, yeah, Mia got this link from me how to do it.
I will have a look into it.
Take a look. It's not that complicated. And then maybe you start it, and next week I'm not going to be here. I'm abroad.
I think I have no work, so I might be able to do it as well if needed.
Yeah. Okay. So just maybe I just jump in, you know, using my iPhone from abroad, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Okay.
It'd be awesome if you could make it.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Nice
Bye.
evening.
Bye. Bye. Bye.